श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आन शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामभित्र्यवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ। ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय। ॐ नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतोत इषवे नमः। नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुत ते नमः। यात इषु शिवतमा शिवं बभूव ते धनुः। शिवा शरव्या यातवतया नो रुद्रमृडय। या ते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी। तया नस्तनुवासन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचाकशीः। यामिषुं गिरिशन्तहस्ते बिभर्ष्यस्तवे। शिवां गिरित्रतां कुरु माहि गुंसीः पुरुषं जगत्। शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छावदामसि। यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगुं सुमना असद्। अध्यवोचदधिवक्ता प्रथमो दैव्योऽभिषक्। अहेगश्च सर्वान् जम्बयन् सर्वाश्चयातु धान्यः। असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुण उत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः। ये चेमागुं रुद्रा अभितो दिक्षु श्रुता सहस्रशो वैशागुं हेडईमहे। असौ यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः। उतैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदहार्यः। उतैनं विश्वा भूतानि सदृष्टो मृडयातिनः। नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीढुषे। अधो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोऽहं तेभ्यो करन्नमः। प्रमुञ्च धन्वनस्त्वमुभयोरार्त्नियोर्ज्यां। याश्च ते हस्त इषवः पराता भगवो वप। अवतत्यधनुस्त्वगुं सहस्राक्षशतेषु धे। निशीर्य शल्यानां मुखा शिवो न सुमना भव। विज्यं धनुः कपर्दिनो विशल्यो बाणवागुम् उत। अनेशन्नस्येषव आभुरस्य निषङ्गधिः। या ते हेतिर्मीढुष्टमहस्ते बभूव ते धनुः। तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुज। नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधाय नातताय धृष्णवे। उभाभ्यामुत ते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने। परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् वृणक्तु विश्वतः। अधो य इषुधिस्तवारे अस्मन्निधेहितम्। नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्रयम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकालाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। नमो हिरण्यबाहवे सेनान्ये दिशाञ्च पतये नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यः पशूनां पतये नमो नमः सस्मिञ्जराय पिशीमते पथीनां पतये नमो नमो बभ्लुषाय विव्याधिनेन्नानां पतये नमो नमो हरिकेशायोपवीतिने पुष्टानां पतये नमो नमो भवस्य हेत्यै जगतां पतये नमो नमो रुद्राय तताविने क्षेत्राणां पतये नमो नमः सूताय हन्त्याय वनानां पतये नमो नमो रोहिताय स्थपतये वृक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो मन्त्रिणे वाणिजाय कक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो भुवन्तये वारिवस्कृताय औषधीनां पतये नमो नमः उच्चैर्घोषाय क्रन्दयते पत्तीनां पतये नमो नमः कृत्स्नवीताय धावते सत्त्वनां पतये नमः। नमः सहमानाय निर्व्याधिन आव्याधिनीनां पतये नमो नमः ककुभाय निषङ्गिणे स्तेनानां पतये नमो नमो निषङ्गिण इषुधिमते तस्कराणां पतये नमो नमो वञ्चते परिवञ्चते स्तायूनां पतये नमो नमो निचेरवे परिचरायारण्यानां पतये नमो नमः सृकाविभ्यो जिघागुंसद्भ्यो मुष्णतां पतये नमो नमो सिमद्भ्यो नक्तञ्चरद्भ्यः प्रकृन्तानां पतये नमो नमः उष्णीषिणे गिरिचराय कुलुञ्चानां पतये नमो नमः इषुमद्भ्यो धन्वाविभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आतन्वानेभ्यः प्रतिदधानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आयच्छद्भ्यो विसृजद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमोऽस्यद्भ्यो विद्यद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आसीनेभ्यः शयानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः स्वपद्भ्यो जाग्रद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तिष्ठद्भ्यो धावद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सभापतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो अश्वेभ्योऽश्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः। नमः आव्याधिनेभ्यो विविध्यन्तीभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः उगणाभ्यस्तृगं हतीभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गृत्सेभ्यो गृत्सपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथिभ्यो रथेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सेनानिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः क्षत्रुभ्यः सङ्ग्रहीतृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तक्षभ्यो रथकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्मारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुञ्जिष्टेभ्यो निषादेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः इषुकृद्भ्यो धन्वकृद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमो मृगयुभ्यश्वनिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः स्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः। नमो भवाय च रुद्राय च नमः शर्वाय च पशुपतये च नमो नीलग्रीवाय च शितिकण्ठाय च नमः कपर्दिने च युक्तकेशाय च नमः सहस्राक्षाय च शतधन्वने च नमो गिरिशाय च शिपिविष्टाय च नमो मीढुष्टमाय चेषुमते च नमो ह्रस्वाय च वामनाय च नमो बृहते च वर्षीयसे च नमो वृद्धाय च संवृध्वने च नमो अग्र्याय च प्रथमाय च नमः आशवे चाचिराय च नमः शीघ्रियाय च शीघ्याय च नमः ऊर्म्याय चावस्वन्याय च नमः स्रोतस्याय च द्वीप्याय च नमो ज्येष्ठाय च कनिष्ठाय च नमः पूर्वजाय चापरजाय च नमो मध्यमाय चापगल्भाय च नमो जघन्याय च बुध्नियाय च नमः सोऽभ्याय च प्रतिसर्याय च नमो याम्याय च क्षेम्याय च नमः उर्वर्याय च खल्याय च नमः श्लोक्याय चावसान्याय च नमो वन्याय च कक्ष्याय च नमः श्रवाय च प्रतिश्रवाय च नमः आशुषेणाय चाशुरथाय च नमः शूराय चावभिन्दते च नमो वर्मिणे च वरूधिने च नमो बिल्मिने च कवचिने च नमः श्रुताय च श्रुतसेनाय च नमो दुन्दुभ्याय चाहनन्याय च नमो तृष्णवे च प्रमृषाय च नमो दूताय च प्रहिताय च नमो निषङ्गिणे चेषुधिमते च नमस्तीक्ष्णेशवे चायुधिने च नमः स्वायुधाय च सुधन्वने च नमः श्रुत्याय च पथ्याय च नमः काट्याय च नीप्याय च नमः सूत्याय च सरस्याय च नमो नाद्याय च वैशन्ताय च नमः कूप्याय च वट्याय च नमो वर्ष्याय च वर्ष्याय च नमो मेघ्याय च विद्युत्याय च नमः ईद्रियाय च तप्याय च नमो वात्याय च रेष्म्याय च नमो वास्तव्याय च वास्तुपाय च ॐ हर 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 ॐ नमः सोमाय च रुद्राय च नमस्ताम्राय चारुणाय च नमः शङ्गाय च पशुपतये च नमः उग्राय च भीमाय च नमो अग्रे वधाय च दूरे वधाय च नमो हन्त्रे च हनीयसे च नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यो नमस्ताराय नमः शम्भवे च मयोभवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च नमः स्तीर्थ्याय च कूल्याय च नमः पार्याय च वार्याय च नमः प्रतरणाय चोत्तरणाय च नमः आतार्याय च लाद्याय च नमः षष्ठ्याय च भेन्याय च नमः सिकत्याय च प्रवाह्याय च नमः इरिण्याय च प्रपत्याय च नमः किगुंशिलाय च क्षयणाय च नमः कपर्दिने च पुलस्तये च नमो गोष्ठ्याय च गृह्याय च नमस्तल्प्याय च गेह्याय च नमः काट्याय च गह्वरेष्ठाय च नमो हृदयाय च निवेष्ट्याय च नमः पागं सव्याय च रजस्याय च नमः शुष्क्याय च हरित्याय च नमो लोप्याय चोलप्याय च नमः ऊर्व्याय च सूर्व्याय च नमः पर्ण्याय च पर्णशद्याय च नमोपकुरमाणाय चाविघ्नते च नमः आखिदते च प्रखिदते च नमो वह्किरिकेभ्यो देवानागं हृदयेभ्यो नमो विक्षीणकेभ्यो नमो विचिन्वत्केभ्यो नम आनिर्हतेभ्यो नम आमीवत्केभ्यः द्रापे अन्धसस्पते दरिद्रन्नीललोहित येषां पुरुषाणां येषां पशूनां माभेर्मा रोमो येषां किञ्चनाममत् या ते रुद्रशिवा तनूः शिवा विश्वाह भेषजी शिवा रुद्रस्य भेषजी तया नो मृडजीवसे इमागुं रुद्राय तवसे कपर्दिने क्षयद्वीराय प्रभरामहे मतिं यथा नः शमसद्विपदे चतुष्पदे विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननातुरम् मृडानो रुद्रोतनो मयस्कृति क्षयद्वीराय नमसा विधेमते यच्छं च योश्च मनुराय चे पिता ततः श्याम तव रुद्रप्रणीतौ मानो महान्तमुतमानो अर्भकं मान उक्षन्तमुतमान उक्षितं मानो वधेः पितरं मोत मातरं प्रियामानस्तनुवो रुद्ररीरिषः मानस्तोके तनये मान आयुषि मानो गोषु मानो अश्वेषु रीरिषः वीरान् मानो रुद्रभामितो वधेर्हविष्मन्तो नमसा विधेमते आराते कोघ्न उत पूरुषग्ने क्षयद्वीराय सुम्नमस्मेते अस्तु रक्षा च नो अधि च देव ब्रूह्यथा च नः शर्म यच्छद्विबर्हाः स्तुहि श्रुतं गर्तसदंयुवानं मृगन्न भीममुपहत्नुमुग्रम् मृडाचरित्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते अस्मन्निवपन्तु सेनाः परिणो रुद्रस्य हेतिर्वृणत्तु परित्वेषस्य दुर्मतिरघायोः अवस्थिरामघवद्भ्यस्तनुष्वमीढ्वस्तूकायतनयाय मृडय मीढुष्टमशिवतमशिवो नः सुमना भव परमे वृक्ष आयुधन्निधाय कृत्तिं वसान आचर पिनाकं बिभ्रदागहि विकिरिदविलोहित नमस्ते अस्तु भगवः यास्ते सहस्रगुं हेतयोन्यमस्मन्निवबन्तु ताः सहस्राणि सहस्रधा बाहुवोस्तव हेतयः तासामीशानो भगवः पराचीनामुखाकृधि सहस्राणि सहस्रशो ये रुद्रा अधिभूम्यां तेषागुं सहस्रयोजने वधन्वानि तन्मसि अस्मिन् महत्यर्णवेऽन्तरिक्षे भवा अधि नीलग्रीवाश्चितिकण्ठाः शर्वा अधः क्षमाचराः नीलग्रीवाश्चितिकण्ठादिवगुं रुद्रा उपश्रिताः ये वृक्षेषु सस्पिञ्जरा नीलग्रीवा विलोहिताः ये भूतानामधिपतयो विशिखासः कपर्दिनः ये अन्नेषु विविध्यन्ति पात्रेषु पिबतो जनान् ये पथां पथि रक्षय ऐलभृदायव्युधः ये तीर्थानि प्रचरन्ति सृकावन्तो निषङ्गिणः य एतावन्तश्च भूयागुंसश्च दिशो रुद्रावितस्थिरे तेषागुं सहस्रयोजने वधन्वानि तन्मसि नमो रुद्रेभ्यो ये पृथिव्यां येऽन्तरिक्षे ये दिवि येषामन्नं वातो वर्षमिषपस्तेभ्यो दश प्राचीर्दश दक्षिणा दश प्रतीचीर्दशोदीचीर्दशोर्ध्वास्तेभ्यो नमस्ते नो मृडयन्तु तेयं द्विष्मो यश्च नो द्वेष्टितं वोजम्भे दधामि त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मोक्षेयमामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्नौ यो अप्सु य ओषधीषु यो रुद्रो विश्वा भुवन विवेश तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु तमुष्टु हि यस्विषु सुधन्वायो विश्वस्य क्षयति भेषजस्य यक्ष्वा महेशौ मनसाय रुद्रं नमोभिर्देवमधुरं दुवस्य अयं मे हस्तो भगवान् अयं मे भगवत्तरः अयं मे विश्वभेषजो यगं शिवाभिमर्शनः ये ते सहस्रमयुतं पाशा मृत्यो मर्त्याय हन्तवे तान् यज्ञस्य मायया सर्वानवयजामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा मृत्यवे स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि प्राणानां ग्रन्थिरसि रुद्रो मा विशान्तकः तेनान्नेनाप्यायस्व नमो रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि ॐ शान्तिः 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 शञ्च मे मयश्च मे प्रियं च मेऽनुकामश्च मे कामश्च मे सौमनसश्च मे भद्रं च मे श्रेयश्च मे वस्यश्च मे यशश्च मे भगश्च मे द्रविणं च मे यन्ता च मे धर्ता च मे क्षेमश्च मे धृतिश्च मे विश्वं च मे महश्च मे संविच्च मे ज्ञात्रं च मे सूश्च मे प्रसूश्च मे सीरं च मे लयश्च मरुतं च मे मृतं च मे यक्ष्मं च मे नामयच्च मे जीवातुश्च मे दीर्घायुत्वं च मे नमित्रं च मे भयं च मे सुखं च मे शयनं च मे सूषा च मे सुदिनं च मे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ तच्छयोरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शञ्चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ सहस्रशीर्षा पुरुषः सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपात् स भूमिं विश्वतो वृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठद्दशाङ्गुलं पुरुष एवेदगं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यम् उतामृतत्वस्येशानः यदन्नेनातिरोहति एतावानस्य महिमा अतो ज्यायागश्च पूरुषः पादोऽस्य विश्वाभूतानि त्रिपादस्यामृतं दिवि त्रिपादूर्ध्व उदैत्पुरुषः पादोऽस्येहा भवात् पुनः ततो विश्वं व्यक्रामत् शासनानशने अभि तस्मात् विराडजायत विराजो अधिपूरुषः स जातो अत्यरिच्यत पश्चात् भूमिमथो पुरः यत्पुरुषेण हविषा देवा यज्ञमतन्वत वसन्तो अस्यासीदाज्यं ग्रीष्म इद्मः शरद्दविः सप्तास्यासन् परिधयः त्रिस्सप्तसमिधः कृताः देवा यद्यज्ञं तन्वानाः अबध्नन् पुरुषं पशुं तं यज्ञं बर्हिषि प्रोक्षन् पुरुषं जातमग्रतः तेन देवा अयजन्त साध्यार्षयश्च ये तस्माद्यज्ञात् सर्वहुतः संहृदं पृषदाज्यं पशुगस्तागश्चक्रे वायव्यान् आरण्यान् ग्राम्याश्च ये तस्माद्यज्ञात् सर्वहुतः ऋचः सामानि जज्ञिरे छन्दागुंसि जज्ञिरे तस्मात् यजुस्तस्मादजायत तस्मादश्वा अजायन्त एके चोभयादतः गावो हजज्ञिरे तस्मात् तस्माज्जाता अजावयः यत्पुरुषं यददुः कतिथाप्यकल्पयन् मुखं किमस्य कौ बाहु कावूरुपादावुच्येते ब्राह्मणोऽस्य मुखमासीत् बाहुराजन्यः कृतः ऊरु तदस्य यद्वैश्यः पद्भ्यागुं शूद्रो अजायत चन्द्रमा मनसो जातः चक्षो सूर्यो अजायत मुखादिन्द्रश्चाग्निश्च प्राणाद्वायुरजायत नाभ्या आसीदन्तरिक्षं शीर्ष्णोद्यौ समवर्तत पद्भ्यां भूमिर्दिशः श्रोत्रात् तथा लोकागुम् अकल्पयन् वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसस्तु पारे सर्वाणि रूपाणि विचित्य धीरः नामानि कृत्वाभिवदन् यदास्ते धाता पुरस्ताद्यमुदा जहार शक्रः प्रविद्वान् प्रदिशश्च तस्रः तमेवं विद्वानमृत इह भवति नान्यः पन्था अयनाय विद्यते यज्ञेन यज्ञमयजन्त देवाः तानि धर्माणि प्रथमान्यासन् तेहनाकं महिमानः सचन्ते यत्र पूर्वे साध्या सन्ति देवाः अभ्यः सम्भूतः पृथिव्यैरसाच्च विश्वकर्मणः समवर्तताधि तस्य त्वष्टा विदधद्रूपमेति तत्पुरुषस्य विश्वमाजानमग्रे वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमेवं विद्वानमृत इह भवति नान्यः पन्था विद्यते यनाय प्रजापतिश्चरति गर्भे अन्तः अजायमानो बहुधा विजायते तस्य धीराः परिजानन्ति योनिम् मरीचीनां पदमिच्छन्ति वेधसः यो देवेभ्य आतपति यो देवानां पुरोहितः पूर्वो यो देवेभ्यो जातः नमो रुचाय ब्राह्मये रुचं ब्राह्मं जनयन्तः देवा अग्रे तदब्रुवन् यस्त्वैवं ब्राह्मणो विद्यात् तस्य देवा असन्वशे ह्रीश्चते लक्ष्मीश्च पत्न्यो अहोरात्रे पार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपम् अश्विनौ व्यात्तम् इष्टं मनिषाण अमुं मनिषाण सर्वं मनिषाण ॐ तच्छयोरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शञ्चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ द्यौ शान्तिरन्तरिक्षम् शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधय शान्तिः वनस्पतय शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्मा शान्ति सर्वं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि ॐ शान्तिः 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 स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः
तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्।
जगमुलीले विश्वमोहन सत्य साई की स्वागतम्। हृदयमेले परम पावन प्रेम मूर्ति की स्वागतम्। स्वागतम् 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 स्वागतम्। प्रेममूर्ति की स्वागतम्। सत्य साई की स्वागतम्। प्रेममूर्ति की स्वागतम्। सत्य साई की स्वागतम्। స్వామిని పదములు సోకి నేడు మా తనువులు మా మనసులు నీ పులకించే. పిలచిన పలికెడు కొలచిన వరమిడు దైవం నీవు. మా ఇంటను వెంటను జంటను వీడని ప్రాణం నీవు. స్వాగతం 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 स्वागतम्। प्रेममूर्ति की स्वागतम्। सत्य साई की स्वागतम्। प्रेममूर्ति की स्वागतम्। सत्य साई సాయికి స్వాగతం.
Offering my humble and loving salutations at the lotus feet of Bhagawan. Sai Ram, dear respected elders, dear brothers and sisters, today is Guru Poornima. Bhagawan has always reminded us to seek the true Guru, which is none other than the God Self within us. We are fortunate today to have Bhagavan as our supreme preceptor to guide us at all times. Today, we are also privileged to have with us Brother Tribhuvan Sachdeva, who will be speaking to us on the topic Guru Mahima. Brother Tribhuvan Sachdeva, who hails from Indore and belongs to a family of active members of the Sathya Sai organization, is an alumnus of the Sri Sathya Sai Institute of Higher Learning, Prashanti Nilayam, from the first batch of students in 1979. He completed his BCom and MCom and later joined as faculty in the Department of Commerce of the SSSIHL for 2 years from 1985 to 87, as instructed to him by Bhagawan. As a Sai student, he had the good fortune of taking part in lead roles like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Surdas in various plays personally directed by Bhagawan. He has also delivered lectures on various occasions before Bhagwan in the Sai Kulwant Hall and the hostel during his student days. He was also part of the Prashanti Mandir Bhajan group during his student days. With outstanding credentials and a proven record of results in the field of income tax consultancy, he has committed himself to the Sai mission and progressed as a humble instrument in propagation of the message of Sathya Sai. He is currently serving as a member of the Sri Sathya Sai Trust, Madhya Pradesh, as a secretary of the National Council of 100 Sathya Sai schools in India, and at the Sri Sathya Sai Vidya Vihar, Indore, among many other roles. He is also the executive editor of the Sanatana Arati in Hindi. After this talk, we will have a short question and answer session. Please do submit your questions either via the live chat function if you're watching on YouTube, or by leaving a comment if you're watching on Facebook. Without further ado, I'll hand over the time to our speaker, Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram, offering my most prayerful salutations at the lotus feet of my most beloved Lord, Bhagawan Baba, who is right now with all of us on this great moment. Dear brothers and sisters, it indeed is an honor today to be sharing a few words with you on this holy occasion of Guru Poornima. All of us were very lucky that we have had various opportunities of spending this holy festival in the hallowed portals of Puttaparthi when Bhagawan verily walked the earth. Swami in his discourses has time and again very beautifully explained the inner significance of Guru Poornima. All of us have been lucky that we have been able to see him, we have been able to hear him, we have been able to read, we have been able to hear his discourses also, which I'm sure we are keeping ourselves abreast with, which Swami wants. I am particularly reminded of one of the discourses of Bhagawan, wherein Swami explained the inner significance of Guru Poornima. And what did Bhagawan have to say? Bhagawan said that Guru Poornima is nothing but completion of full circle by returning to the starting point. As we understand, Poornima is a round moon, full moon, and Swami says it is nothing but completion of a full circle by returning to a starting point. And then Swami questions, then what is half a circle? Half a circle is worldly life represented by the alphabet C. If you take off half a circle from the zero, if you can say that full circle, what remains is C. So Swami says half a circle is worldly life represented by the alphabet C. And what does C represent? It represents incomplete knowledge. And when, as students, we study science, we know that science is incomplete knowledge, because what science says today, it denies it soon after. And then they say, no, we are discovering that probably what we had found out earlier is not correct, and what we are understanding now is the correct procedure. So the science is the incomplete knowledge, whereas the knowledge of spirituality, the knowledge of the self, is complete knowledge. But then Swami adds, what does the full moon today signify? And then he adds on, it states about the state of mind being full of love. What a beautiful explanation. It says the full moon represents the state of mind being full of love. And then he adds on that the mind full of love is nothing but total devotion to God. When your mind is full of love, it is totally towards devotion of God. And then Swami also adds on that the word guru, if we understand, it forms of two alphabets, gu and ru. Gu means darkness and ru means dispeller of darkness. And then once again, Bhagawan asks, which darkness does the guru really dispel? And then Swami very lovingly says, it is the darkness of ignorance which clouds our minds, which clouds our hearts, that which a guru can dispel. So this is a very beautiful way of saying the inner significance of Guru Poornima. The other day, I was reading an article in one of the Hindi newspapers, and the author gave a very nice interpretation of Guru Poornima. And then he asked, who is the first guru in the life of a human being? The question again, I'll repeat, who is the first guru in the life of a human being? We might think a little bit, but then we all understand it is our mother who's the first guru as we are born, because she's the one who introduces the world to you. She's the one who introduces your father to you. She's the one who tells you who you really are. So your real and the first guru is your mother. And then he says, the name of mother is hidden in the word Guru Poornima. And then he breaks it. He says Guru plus Purna plus Ma. That makes Guru Poornima. So that is a beautiful way of explaining. So we obeisance to our mothers who have really brought us up and probably showed us the path. And then we held on to our Divine Mother's hand. And then we are walking this beautiful path of spirituality, wherein we are trying to understand, we are trying to dispel the ignorance which clouds our hearts, which clouds our mind, and we are trying to discover that we have a heart once when it is full of love, when it is full of Bhagawan's love, all we have is pure devotion to be around with us. But a question comes, why do we at all need a guru? Can't we all probably cross this Bhavasagara by ourselves? Why do we need a guru? So, I'm very fond of taking off from Bhagawan's ways of explaining to us when we were children. So I remember whenever Swami would want to explain something very deep, something very difficult, he would, double it up by saying, Okachinna Katha. And then he would relate a beautiful story. So I would also like to relate a story as to why do we need a guru. So, okay, here we go. There was this very nice and a pious cow. And this cow, the cowherd, was always taking her to a jungle. And then he would go and sit down under a tree and probably play on a flute or probably attend to other works. And this cow would go around into the jungle, eat whatever it wanted. And the atmosphere was very nice. There was water around. There were trees, there were shrubs, there were bushes, and as how the jungle would be. And there were meadows also, lots of green grass. So one day, as the cow was going and venturing forth to look for something to eat, it saw that there was a pit of water, a small pool of water, and across the pool of water, there was beautiful looking green grass growing there. So the cow thought, let me cross this pool of water and go and devour this beautiful grass, which is such a delicious grass, which is growing on the other side. So the cow ventured forth into that small little pond of water, and as it entered, it realized there was less of water and there was more of mud in it. And then it took one step, two steps, and as it tried to go further ahead, it realized that it was walking into a trap and it was a swamp. It was a swamp there, and the more it tried to extricate itself, the more it found its feet going inside. Now the cow found itself bang in the middle of the swamp. The grass was still far away, and her owner was still probably blowing a flute under a tree, not knowing where the cow is. And the cow tried to struggle, and almost half of her feet went down into the swamp. And she realized that if I try to fight the swamp more, I'll probably sink inside. So all she did was she waited patiently, and she thought that probably her owner would find her missing and come looking for her. But as her bad luck would have it, soon after that she saw a ferocious looking tiger coming towards her. And the tiger thought, why is the cow not running away looking at me? I mean, she must be having some kind of guts. He said, and she's just standing in that pool of water and looking at me, and she doesn't seem to be scared. So let me test her. And then he gave a huge roar and started running towards the cow. The cow could probably feel that my end is coming. So all it did was close its eyes and pray to God that the owner comes. But then, with a huge jump, the tiger landed in the middle of the swamp. And the moment it landed in, it realized that it too had got caught into a trap. And now, but the tiger was not the one to give up easily. He had a lot of muscular strength and a strong body. So it tried to fight the swamp and tried to extricate itself and tried to still move towards the cow because it was still very hungry. And the moment it started moving towards the cow, there was hardly a difference of about a few feet left. And then the tiger also realized that he too had got caught into the swamp. Now, the more the tiger struggled, the more he went inside. But the tiger was surprised. The tiger was surprised that in spite of being inside the swamp, the cow had a very peaceful disposition on her face. She probably was not feeling scared of the tiger, and she was not even getting worried about the impending death which was facing her, because the tiger was sure that sooner than later I'm going to extricate myself and I'm going to ensure that I have her for my dinner. But the cow kept on wearing that peaceful expression on her face and looked at the tiger very pitifully. The tiger couldn't understand what the whole situation was, because he was used to of these animals running helter-skelter the moment it attacked them. So it started a conversation with the cow, and it said, "Oh, you cow, you do not know. Don't be so cheerful. Another few minutes, with all my strength and with all my might, I am going to get myself out, and then I'm going to devour you." The cow only smiled and laughed at his disposition, and she said, "Dear brother, you are in the same trouble as I am. Even I am stuck in the swamp, and so are you." But then the tiger asked, "But you don't seem to be scared of me. Aren't you scared of dying, either at my hands or at the hands of the swamp? If nothing happens, both of us are going to drown into the swamp, and then nobody's going to be the winner. But how come you don't seem to be worrying at all?" And then the cow gave the reply, which probably signifies the significance of this beautiful day today. The cow said, "I am not worried about myself, because you see, the sun is setting now. Another few minutes, if I don't reach the spot where I reach every day, my master is going to come looking for me. And the moment he sees that I am missing, the moment my master realizes that I have gone astray, the moment my master knows that probably I am in difficulty, the master is going to ensure that he is going to bring me to safety. So you wait for a few more minutes, because the sun is about to set. and I will be saved definitely. But I'm worried about you, tiger. You do not have a master. I still have a master. My God, my Guru is going to come and save me. And sooner than later, the owner of the cow, he came and then he saw the situation and then he asked the cow, what happened? And then the cow said that we are all stuck in the swamp. He went running back, brought a rope, and he put a lasso of the rope around the neck of the cow, and with all his strength, he pulled the cow out. The tiger was watching the cow go out. He could not do anything. The tiger had to meet that fate of probably drowning itself into that swamp, whereas the cow went to its freedom, thanking his master, and then looked back pitifully at the tiger, and she said, if only you too had a master, even you would be living today. So this is the significance of this beautiful Guru Poornima day, wherein we are proud that we have had a master like Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, who was verily there with all of us to direct us, to guide us, to give his love, to shower his love on all of us, so that we don't feel lost, we don't feel let down, we don't drown ourselves. But then the question is, who are these three characters in the story? Who is the cow? Who is the tiger? And who is the owner? You must have all guessed by now who the owner is, but then who the cow and who the tiger is. It is said that the cow is symbolism of the feeling of surrender in your heart. The cow is the symbol of surrender in your heart. And what is the tiger? The tiger is the symbol of an egoistic mind, which does not want to believe. It believes in itself and it feels like, yes, I can do it. And probably in that ego, that all you see is probably yourself and you don't realize. And the owner is probably the Sadguru himself, the God, the Sadguru, who will probably pull you out of this samsara in which we all are stuck in that swamp. So it is only the owner, it is only the Guru, it is only the Sadguru who can hold us and pull us out. So this is probably a very beautiful story which gives us the inner significance of Guru Poornima. And all of us, dear brothers and sisters, are indeed very lucky that we have had a Guru, nay, a Sadguru, nay, a God in form of Bhagawan, who is always there and who always is there still guiding us, protecting us, and ensuring that even if we get stuck in a swamp, he's there with that lasso of his love to pull us out and ensure that we be a worthy instrument in his divine mission. Today, as we celebrate this Guru Poornima, we all understand that the meaning of Guru and Ru, when we understood that a Guru is the one who dispels the darkness from your mind, the darkness from your heart, the ignorance which is there. So I'm reminded of a few occasions while I was there as a student with Swami, that how on those occasions, Swami was very kind enough not only to direct us, but also ensure that he dispelled all the ignorance which was there in our minds, and then he pulled us out and showed us the right path. So today I would like to take this opportunity to share with you a few very close instruments, a few very close episodes, I could say probably, your experiences, wherein Swami showed his divinity to all of us. I was a young student in the year 1979 when I joined there, barely 17 or 18 years of age. And the moment I got into Swami's college, it was a beautiful experience because being with Swami was always such a lovely experience. Every day was an experience for you because the way Swami showered his love on all of us. So we were learning everything day by day. So we used to go there morning and evening for darshans. And on those days, there were no hostels, the college building was yet incomplete. So we were staying in the mandir itself in the year 1979. Mornings when we would go for darshans, Swami would be waiting for the boys to arrive so that he could come out for darshans. Similarly, in the evening also, whenever we would go there, Swami would come out the moment boys would be there. But then after giving darshans, he would take all the people for an interview, and after which come and spend quality time with the boys, teaching them lots of things. After the Bhajans would be over in the evening, there would be a small little meditation session in the Mandir hall, after which all of us, those of us who were going inside for meditation, we would quietly come down, pray to Swami's door, the interview door, which was the residence of Swami then, and then come out. And then as we would come out, there used to be an old circle where the hall is there right now, which divides the ladies and the gents side, and there was a Dashatar gate there. And right opposite the Dashatar gate, there was a beautiful statue of Lord Ganesha with a red background, and it is a beautiful statue. So every day, soon after the bhajans would get over, I would go inside for the meditation session, which would last barely for 10 to 15 minutes. And after that, I would come out quietly, pray to Swami, then come down to Lord Ganesha, and then with my hands folded and my eyes closed, I would pray that Lord, please give me Vidya and Sadbuddhi. I would always pray for these two things. Lord, please grant me Vidya and Sadbuddhi. Now this went on for weeks together, for days together, and ultimately a few months passed, and I'm sure even Lord Ganesha must have been tired of listening to my prayers of repetitively saying, Lord, I want Vidya and Sadbuddhi. So one fine evening, Swami called a few of us boys for a closed door meeting, and he said that I want to speak to all of you. And we were lucky few who got a chance to be with Swami. And that day, the discourse which Swami was giving initially when he speaks, he gives a discourse. So that day, the discourse was on the power of prayer. And what should you be praying? I mean, all of us are devotees of Swami. So all of us pray something or the other to Swami. Not a single person can say that I do not pray. All of us, prayer is the first link which starts in the morning, right till the end of the day, that we think of Swami and we pray. So Swami was mentioning about the importance of prayers. And then Swami said, look, I am like a lotus flower. And with the lotus flower, there are huge leaves around it. When the lotus flower spreads its beautiful leaves and opens up in the morning, the bees, they come from different corners, nooks and corners of the world. They come and sit on top of the lotus, take off that delicious juice which it has. It does not spoil the beauty of the flower. They build their houses by taking out the delicious juice of the lotus flower. And then after taking the nectar, it goes and builds its houses by taking that nectar out. And then Swami said, do you know who are these bees? We did not know what Swami was implying. Swami said, I am like the lotus. And you know who are like bees who come and partake of the divine nectar and then go and build their houses? So we thought probably Swami would say, you boys are my bees. But then Swami said, no. All these devotees you see sitting in the mandir, all around the mandir, they are all like bees. They come, they partake of the divine nectar, and then they go down and build their nests. And you know, there are big leaves also around the lotus flower, and at times frogs come and sit on it. And do you know who these frogs are? And then he pointed out to some of us and he said, you are the frogs. You are sitting near the lotus, but you do not know the inner significance of the lotus. That if you want to partake of that divine nectar of the lotus, you have to convert yourselves into a bee. And then he said, do you see these foreigners who are sitting? So we said, yes, Swami, we see these foreigners. Who are these foreigners? He said, Swami, they are your devotees. Swami said, no, they are my devotees, but who are these foreigners? So we did not know what to say. And then Swami said, they are not foreigners, as you say. They are far near to me. They are not foreigner. They are far near to me. Because they are those same beings I'm talking to you about who come to take this divine nectar even from far off lands, because they are assured that they will be able to make their lives better by coming and taking this nectar. So make your life like these foreigners, like these devotees, and learn to become like the bees. So this was the inner significance which Swami was talking. And then Swami said, but I would like to tell you that, you know, all people who come to Puttaparthi, everyone who comes, they come with some desire in their heart. When people pray to Swami, they're always asking for worldly things. They ask for name, fame, power, money, position. They want to get their son married, somebody wants to get their daughter married, somebody wants to have a child, somebody wants to have employment for their son, somebody wants to have a bungalow, somebody wants to become a minister, somebody wants to become a chief minister, the chief minister wants to become prime minister, so on and so forth. And Swami went on saying that all my devotees who are always around me are perpetually asking for some worldly things from me. And then suddenly Swami looked at me and looked at me straight in my eyes. And then he said, pointing towards me, but there are some devotees, he pointed towards me, but there are some devotees who do not ask me for these worldly things. They ask me for Vidya and Sadbuddhi. And then he looked at me and said, no. And I said, oh my God, I did not know that there was a hotline between Lord Ganesha and Swami. I was always praying to Lord Ganesha and I did not know that the plane is getting transmitted to Bhagawan. All I wanted from Lord Ganesha was that I be given Vidya and Sadbuddhi. And then Swami singled me out and he said, but there are certain devotees who don't ask me these worldly things, but they ask me for Vidya and Sadbuddhi. And then he said, no. And I said, yes, Swami. And I felt, my goodness, you stand totally exposed before Bhagavan. Swami knows everything, your innermost desires, your prayers and everything. And then came the punchline. Swami said, why do you ask for these worldly things from me? Why do you ask for these trinkets? Why do you ask for name, fame, power, money, position, Vidya, Sadbuddhi? Why do you ask for these? These are all trinkets. You know what you should be asking in your prayers. Then we realized that the avatar of this yuga is holding our fingers like a grandmother, like a guru, and teaching us what you should be praying also to God. And then he said, do you know what you should be praying? We all came closer to Swami because we realized that Swami is going to give us some real great mantra. And then he said, don't ask for any of these worldly things when you pray to Bhagawan. When you pray to Swami, ask for me and me alone, Swami said. Ask for God and God alone. Don't ask for these worldly trinkets from me. And then Swami explained, do you know why do I say that in your prayers you must ask for God and God alone? So we shook our heads saying, no, Swami. Swami said, in the hands of God is everything. I hold everything in my hand. You name it, name, fame, power, money, position, Vidya, Sadbuddhi, everything is in my hand. And when you ask for me and me alone, I give you name, I give you fame, I give you power, I give you money, I give you position, I give you Vidya, I give you Sadbuddhi, I give you everything in this world. But because you ask me only money, so I give you money, but then I also give you income tax problems. You ask for name, you may only get name, but you may not get spiritual wisdom. If you ask for Vidya, you may only get Vidya, but you may not get Bhagawan. So, it came as a great revelation for all of us. And then Swami explained that why asking for God and God alone is important. Then he said, when the war of Mahabharata was about to be fought, and then there was a big question mark that on whose side would Lord Krishna fight from? So one afternoon, Duryodhana decided and he landed up in the palace of Lord Krishna. And he was informed that Lord Krishna was resting. So he went into the inner chambers and pulled a chair and sat near Lord Krishna's head. So that the moment Lord Krishna would get up, he would be there. After 15 minutes or so, Arjuna also came in. He also pulled the chair and sat at the feet of Lord Krishna. So the moment after about 10 or 15 minutes, the afternoon siesta of Lord Krishna was over. And the moment he opened his eyes, he saw Arjuna sitting in front of him. And then very lovingly, Lord Krishna asked him, oh Arjuna, how come you have come here this afternoon? And behind him, Duryodhana cleared his throat. Excuse me, Bhagawan, even I have come here and I came before Arjuna. Then Lord Krishna made him sit in front of him and asked him, why have the two of you come together? Is there something important which you want to discuss? And both of them said in unison, Swami, we would want to know that once this war of Mahabharata begins, from whose side would you fight from? So then Lord Krishna declared that, look, this is a war of dharma. So I have decided that even though you may consider me as a very great warrior, but I will not take up arms in this war. In in this war of Mahabharata, I will not take up any arms. On one side would be myself, all alone, without any arms, only to give you advice. And on the other side would be my total army with all its weapons, armory, elephants, horses, camels, chariots, everything. So, Duryodhana, you came first, so what do you want? Duryodhana thought for a while and he realized that there was no greater warrior than Lord Krishna. But if he's not going to fight a war, why take on him? It's better that you pick on to his army. So he said, Lord, I would rather have your army because you have decided not to fight. And then Lord Krishna looked at Arjuna, who fell at Lord Krishna's feet because he was hoping that he does not ask for Lord Krishna. And then he said, Lord, I want you and you alone, because I am assured that if you are there on our side, victory will be ours. And then Swami said, history has shown you that when Arjuna chose Lord Krishna, he got name, fame, power, money, position, kingdom, and the Gita Gyan. He got everything because he chose Lord Krishna over the world. And here we are running after the world. So whenever you ask and pray to God, you must pray only for me and me alone. These were the words of Bhagawan. And dear brothers and sisters, it has been my very humble effort right from that day to not indulge into asking any things from Swami, those trinkets from Swami, but always pray for him and him alone, because he is assured that once you ask for him, the world is at your feet. And then Swami also goes on to explain a very beautiful example of this. How should you be having devotion towards God? Swami said there are two types of devotion you can have. One is that you catch on to God. And when you catch on to God, you catch hold of him. But there is always a chance that if God is moving a little too fast, you might probably fall down. And the Swami gives an example of a monkey. You know, have you seen a monkey mother? And if you see that the small monkey, how it clings to the mother. It clings to the mother. Even when the mother is jumping from one branch to the other, the baby monkey clings to the mother. But the Swami says, in that kind of a devotion, sometimes when the baby is not ready and the mother jumps, there is every chance that the baby may fall down and hurt itself. On the other hand, there is a devotion like that of a kitten. The kitten does not move on its own, neither does it cling to its mother. All it does is meow, meow. All it does is Sai Ram, Sai Ram. The mother knows where to take. If the mother wants to take the kitten to safety, it catches hold of the kitten from its neck and places him on the bed. If she feels probably bed is not the place and not safe, it should be put behind the bush. So the mother kitten only will put behind the bush. So Swami says, you must just pray for Swami and leave yourself into Swami's hand. He says, when the earthly mother knows what your needs are, don't you think the divine mother would also know? And then he gives another very beautiful example, which I would like to give to you here. He gives a very lovely example that there was a couple and they were newly married, and after some time they were blessed with a baby girl. And when this man one day came back from his office, and the moment he rang the bell, his wife opened up the door and she greeted him with a nice smile and a hot cup of coffee, and she made him sit down. No sooner did he start having his coffee, he heard the newborn baby cry in the bedroom. So he told his wife, he said, I think the baby must have done susu, and you probably need to go and change the nappy. So why don't you go and attend to the baby? So the mother, his wife, she smiles confidently and she says, no, the baby must be hungry. That's why the child is crying. Now the man is thinking, the baby is crying. It is not saying that whether it's wet its clothes or whether it's hungry. How does my wife know that it is hungry? Let me quickly go and check out what she's doing. So he opens the door ever so softly and he sees that the mother is feeding the child and the child is quiet. And he knows, wow, my wife knows more than I do. Then after a couple of days, he again comes back, and as he's sitting down to have coffee, again the baby starts crying. Again now the man says, I think the baby is hungry. why don't you go inside and feed the baby? Now the mother says, no, no, just before you came in, I fed the baby. I'm sure it needs a nappy change, so I'll go and change his nappy now. So the moment she goes inside the bedroom again, the husband again goes behind her and peeks from her shoulder. And right enough, well enough, the baby needed a nappy change. And then Swami says, imagine the child cannot speak, it only cries. But the worldly mother knows whether the child needs a change of nappy or the child needs to be fed. So when the worldly mother can know what your needs are without your asking, don't you think this divine mother knows what your demands are, what your requirements are? What a beautiful way to say Swami. And then he took a promise from all of us that pray for me and me alone. And dear brothers and sisters, I think it's a great message for all of us that when we pray, we must just pray for him. And you know, I'm reminded of one another episode. I'm talking to you some very personal experiences here, because which happened one-to-one. They may not look like great miracles if we talk about, because we are not talking about miracles. I'm talking about the transformational part which a guru can bring about in your prayers, in your persona, in your whole personality. So I'm reminded of a particular occasion. I was when it was almost about 2 years when we had shifted into our new hostel building. I was into my second year BCom, and every evening I would sit down for meditation. It so happened that Swami was away to Vrindavan then, and after the school sessions, after the sports were over, I would go down onto the terrace, and there were those huge structures there, and we would sit behind one of the structures and sit down for meditation on my mat. So there came a stage that I was totally into meditation and I was enjoying those sessions, but came a stage after some time that the moment I would sit down to meditate, I would realize that my mind was very disturbed. I would start getting all kinds of funny thoughts, very, very bad thoughts also. And my mind would run helter-skelter. I couldn't think of the Jyoti, I couldn't think of Swami, I couldn't think about his beautiful form. The moment I would go and sit on the meditation mat, my mind would run helter-skelter and I would be in a trauma. And I would wonder what's gone wrong with me. All these months, all these weeks, I had been sitting down and praying very nicely, meditating very nicely, and I used to feel very blissful after the meditation sessions, but I started feeling miserable. And then when this experience was going on, one fine evening, Swami returned back. I went running for his darshans, but then I was not very confident to face Swami. And I thought, Swami, if my mind is going to play tricks on me, if I'm going to think bad thoughts, if I'm going to think of all kinds of funny things, all kind of, all kind of worldly thoughts, nothing related to spirituality, how am I going to face you? But then I kept on praying to him for guidance. But then a thought struck to me that we students were permitted to write letters to Bhagawan. And when you write letters to Bhagawan, you could write anything, whatever is there in your heart. And you could probably go in the afternoon before the darshans were there, knock at the door, and from the Swami's residence, one of our brothers only who were serving there on the door duty, some of our classmates only would be there, about 4 of them were there. So they would open the door and you would request them that please hand over this letter to Swami. And then Swami would read that letter and we would tell them that if Swami says something to me, I'm waiting here, let me know. So it took me a lot of strength to sit down one day and write a letter. And in that letter, I wrote everything that my mind was creating havoc in myself, and I was getting all kinds of thoughts, and I couldn't concentrate, I couldn't meditate. And Swami, help me, what can I do? I do not know, I'm feeling very lost. I wrote this in a letter and went to deliver this letter. Sure enough, my friend opened the door and I asked him, has Swami come out? He said, Swami is about to come out. I said, okay, can you hand over this letter? And I'll wait here, just see whether Swami reads the letter and if he has something to say to me. So, these were personal talks we used to have with our friends. So he took the letter upstairs, and the moment Swami took the letter, Swami said, who is this? He said, Swami, so-and-so has come and delivered this letter. Swami took the letter, he opened the envelope and went through the whole letter. And then he put the letter inside the envelope again, and he said, tell him that I need to talk to him this evening, so he should be sitting right in the front. So this boy came running back to me and he said, Tribhuvan, Swami told that this evening you better come in the front. He wants to talk to you. Oh my God. I got scared like hell. I said, my goodness, all this while I have been portraying that what a good person I am, what a good student I am. And today I have laid my heart bare before Swami and I have told him that Swami, I am the culprit of the first order. In spite of being for 2 years near you, my mind is creating all kinds of thoughts, bad thoughts, indifferent thoughts. And Swami, you are going to talk to me in front of everybody. My goodness, Swami, you will trash me left, right, and center. And Swami, whatever you do, please do not get angry on me. Please, I am your child, Swami. If you are my mother, if I don't pray to you, whom do I pray to, Swami? You have to guide me. But in my heart of hearts, I was scared as hell. And I knew that today is my day when I'm going to get it from Swami in front of everybody. And as we say in Hindi, Izzat ka faluda hone wala tha. So I knew that public, Swami is going to probably put me down. And then I said, okay, you better be ready because you were the one who went and disturbed the whole thing. So for the next 1 hour, I kept sitting stuck to that place where I was and praying, Om Shri Sai Ram, Om Shri Sai Ram, and kept on praying to Swami, Swami, do anything, but please do not humiliate me in public. Don't let everyone know that what a third-grade creature I am. Ultimately, it's between you and me, Swami. Why should everybody know what I'm thinking and why I'm not able to meditate? You know, a small little youngster who's right into his teens, praying to God, not realizing what is what. And now, with great suspense, that 1 hour probably seemed like a year to me because I had to constantly kept on praying to Bhagawan and kept on saying to Bhagawan that Swami, please take care. And right at 4 o'clock, the silver door of the interview room, it went down, clicked, and came on Bhagawan. And I was sitting right in the front pillar. Swami looked at me straight with a poker face, and then he smiled. And the moment he smiled, my God, my BP must have gone down. I realized, oh, the situation has gone so bad because if Bhagawan is smiling at me, he's conveying to me, don't worry, my child, I'm going to take care of this also. So I felt so relieved and I sat down and I looked at Swami and Swami immediately said, you go inside. There was a signal that you go and sit for interview. So I went and on the upper portico, I went and sat there in the front. Sure enough, Swami went outside, first gave darshan on the lady side, then picked up a group, then picked up people from the gent side, and then he went and then he stood near the door and he escorted everybody inside. I was the last one to enter and I ensured that I was sitting right behind everybody and there was a huge big man from Delhi and I parked myself right behind him so that Swami cannot see me. And the Swami went and closed the door, put on the light, put on the fan. He sat down and he looked around and he said, Ram Krishna kahan hai? He used to call me by the name Ram Krishna then because he had directed a play on the life and teachings of Ram Krishna Paramhamsa and I was lucky to play that role. So Swami said, Ram Krishna kahan hai? And I immediately, I was hiding behind this big huge man. So I took my neck out and I said, Swami, I'm here. He said, why are you sitting right behind? Come in front. And then Swami made me sit right next to him. And the moment I sat next to him, Swami took out one of his feet and placed it on my lap. And then he said, do Padaseva. Oh my God, what a divine experience that Swami was giving a discourse to those North Indians. And trust me, that day I did not hear a single word. It was bliss all the way with Swami placing your feet, his lotus feet on your lap and just asking you to do Padaseva, that which only probably a very few people could do. And I was lost totally looking at Swami's face and the tears streaming through my eyes. And I was just going on pressing his feet. And I was like a zombie, not knowing where my mind is. I was absolutely thoughtless. And after some time, then Swami looked around and he said, Tum sabko bhook lag raha hoga. He spoke in Hindi. You all must be feeling hungry. So one or two of them were very close to Swami. He said, Swami, yes, Swami, we had lunch very early. It's almost 5 o'clock. And then Swami waved his palm. And then he started doing like this, you know, with his twisting his fist. And out came that laddu in me. And then he gave to one person, second person, third person, fourth person. There were close to 15, 16 of us in the interview room. Everyone got, even I got, and it was warm, as if it was straight from Swami's kitchen only. And Swami reconfirmed. He said, Khalo, khalo, asli ghee ka bana hai. It's made of pure ghee. Eat it. Then he looked at me jokingly. He said, straight from my kitchen, you see. Swami told like that, as if he's boasting to all of us, and we were all enjoying ourselves. There was this lady who was the Balavikas in charge from Delhi. Then Swami said, put both your hands together. And she placed both her hands, and Swami put the whole laddu in her hands and he cleaned his hands. So imagine 16 of us had that laddu to our fill, and Swami kept on twisting his finger and kept on pouring to all of us. After this was over, Swami took everybody for a personal interview. Then he took me also inside, and now I knew was the moment of the truth. I will have to face Swami. So I was confident after seeing the reception from Swami and the love which he showered on me. I stood in front of Swami. Swami sat in the inner interview room chair and he made me sit down next to him. And then he said, Kya ho gaya? In Hindi, he asked, what happened to you? So I said, Swami, my mind has been playing tricks on me. I'm not able to meditate. All kinds of thoughts keep coming and going, Swami. How will I meditate? How will I come close to you, Swami? How will I gain in spirituality if my mind keeps running here and there? Then what Swami told is probably something worth sharing with all of us. Because all of us, once upon a time, were young. All of us are still young in the sense that we are going through the stage that when we sit down to meditate, it so happens that your mind thinks of everything else except Godhood or goodness. It happens to so many people all the time. So then Swami said, I said, Swami, my mind is doing like this, my mind is doing like that. Then Swami said, To kya hua? Oh my God, I thought Swami is going to give me a reprimand. He'll reprimand me, he will give me a big lecture, and he'll tell me that probably you do not know, you're not practicing good enough. He said, No, no. Then he looked at me and he said, To kya hua? So what? Then he said, Mind ka to nature hi aisa hai. He said, Mind's nature is like that. What you possess is not mind. It is monkey mind. No, no, it is not monkey mind. It is mad monkey mind. Then he said, No, no, it is not mad monkey mind. It is that mad monkey which is intoxicated. So imagine your mind is like that. A monkey which can never sit quietly on a branch. Can your mind sit quietly? Similarly, a mad monkey, will he sit quietly? Similarly, a drunk mad monkey, would he ever sit quietly on a branch? So your mind is akin to that. And then he told me what probably I wanted to understand. He said, My child, these yogis and munis, for hundreds of years, they sit in Himalayas, they sit on the riverside, and then they meditate. If they cannot control their mind, even in those hundreds of years of prayers and penance, do you think that with some spiritual exercise of a few months, you will be able to control your mind? Then I said, Swami, what should we do? Then what Swami told was something very beautiful, which has become the life mantra for me. Swami said, Look, the mind is always going to take you to some wrong place. The mind will always tell you do this or do that. But remember, don't let your actions follow your mind. He told it again and again. Don't let your actions follow your mind. He said, imagine if you have brought a new dress which Swami got you white and white. And as you are going for darshans, you got new shoes also on, new chappals also on, and suddenly you find that there is a puddle of water and there is a lot of dirt lying on the floor. So what do? You lift your pants a little bit, you go on your toes, you ensure that your feet do not get immersed in that puddle of water or on the dirt which is lying on the road. Don't you? Said, yes, Swami, we normally do that when we are coming for darshans or going back. We don't want to put our feet into the dirt. But Swami says, it's afternoon time and your shadow is also there. Do you also ensure that your shadow also doesn't fall on that dirt or in that puddle of water? No, no, Swami. We don't worry about our shadow. Let the shadow go wherever it goes. But we want to ensure that physically we should not put our feet into any dirt. Swami said, exactly. The thoughts which come into your system are like shadows. If you do not follow those shadows, they will come and go. But if you start following it, then that is doomsday for you. So Swami said, only remember one mantra, don't let your actions follow your mind. And that came as a guru mantra for me. And I realized that all of us, if we have to train our minds to be good, we must ensure that we don't listen to our mind always. Then Swami says, look, the mind is sometimes like a fly. The fly will sit on a beautiful sweet which has been made. But no sooner does the municipal wagon goes by with all the dirt and the trash of the town, and if you ensure that the fly is made to fly away from the sweets, it will go and sit on the dirt also. Swami says you must ensure that your mind, which has tasted the sweet name of Sai Rama, should never go again and sit in the dirt of the world. So just ensure this by reminding yourselves, don't let your actions follow your mind. So that was a very beautiful lesson we all learned while we were there. And like I said initially when I had started my talk, that every day used to be a wonderful experience with Bhagawan. So one such very beautiful episode I'm reminded of, which I'd love to share, because all these things happen right in front of your eyes, and I don't think they've been recorded anywhere. So best time is to share it with all the brothers and sisters so that we all can enrich our lives. And it's not just that you benefit. The first beneficiary of anything is the speaker himself. Because when you speak about Bhagwan, you are recharging your own batteries. You are reliving those beautiful moments spent with divinity. And you are yourself imagining that you're sitting in the portico, Swami is calling, Swami is talking to you, he's playing a game with you, and he's the one who's really turning you and converting you and changing you and molding you. So that is one beautiful experience. So I'm reminded of another very beautiful experience. It happened sometime, I think, in my MCOM first year, if I remember it right, probably or even earlier. It so happened, those days, the Dasara festival used to be celebrated in a very huge way in Puttaparthi. And people used to come in hundreds and thousands there to celebrate the festival of Dasara. And what used to happen was there used to be this Ved Saptaha Yagnam, which used to be there, Ved Saptaha Purush Yagnam. And this Saptaha Yagnam used to go on for full 1 week. And at the end of it all, Swami used to do the Purnahuti of in this Yagnam, and he would at times materialize lots of these jewels also and pour them into the fire, and we had experienced. And I remember one of the Dasaras which I had attended prior to becoming a student. In those days, Swami used to also do Vibhuti Abhishekam. He used to bring out that beautiful, lovely silver statue of Sathya Sai Baba, which is there in the sanctum sanctorum in the mandir there. And then he would make Professor Kasturi hold an empty pot, and then he would put his hand inside, and then he would rotate his hands clockwise and anti-clockwise. And then Vibhuti would keep on pouring. And what was beautiful was the moment he would stop to roll his sleeves up and put another hand, the Vibhuti would stop. And the moment he would put his hand inside, again the Vibhuti would start pouring in. So these were a few very beautiful experiences we were able to witness. But as this college began, Swami had stopped doing this Vibhuti Abhishekam during the Dasara time. But then Swami used to be there always doing the Yagnam. He used to be there propitiating the Yagnam as the main person there. So on the final day of Yagnam, on the Dasara day, I remember that that time we were sitting right in the front, and Swami was sitting on the stage, and we saw the manager of the ashram was one Mr. Kutumrao Garu, another very respected man and a very committed person who had spent his whole life there looking for the cause of Swami, and he was a very great person who was there in service of Swami. So we saw him escorting a man who was wearing a silver angavastram, a silver dhoti, and he was looking a little frail and looking a little unwell, but then with lots of respect he brought him and made him sit right in the front. So we realized that this must be some VVIP, that Mr. Kutumrao Garu himself had to go and escort him, and with a lot of reverence he made him sit down in the front. And then that was the end of it. We just forgot about him. And then the Yagnam was over, and in the evening was the Jhula ceremony. And in the Jhula ceremony, that was the best part of it. All the students would sit down, and the orchestra, the Sai Symphony, would sing and belt out those specially prepared bhajans for Swami, and Swami would be sitting in the Jhula, and all of us would get a chance to give Jhula to Bhagawan sitting behind. And Swami used to look absolutely divine in that ceremony. It was something to be seen, with so much of grace, Swami would sit there. You could see that the Divine Mother was actually sitting in the jhula and enjoying the bhajans. So no sooner did the Dasara festival got over, a day after that, the warden sent in a word that there is going to be an urgent meeting this evening. So all the boys, please assemble in the dining hall. So all of us are assembled in the dining hall. And you know, those were the days when we used to pray to Swami to come to the hostel. And what would happen? We would tell Swami that, Swami, this is your home. This is extension of Prashanti Nilayam. You made our hostel so far away from the mandir. But when you come here, we feel our Divine Mother has come. And we would all clean the hostel, you know, beautify the hostel, put flowers everywhere, clean up even our cupboards and put garland around the pictures of which we were having in Swami's pictures inside our cupboards, hoping against hope that Swami would cross by my room and he would see that, okay, I have placed these beautiful flowers around Swami's picture. So all these kinds of childish thoughts used to be there in our minds and we used to wait for Swami. But it used to take us lots of efforts, lots of prayers and lots of sessions to ask Swami to come to hostel. But Swami would not agree. With great difficulty, once or twice in a year, he would come to the hostel. You know? So that evening, it came as a very beautiful surprise. The first thing which our warden told was that Swami has instructed me this morning to ask all the boys to come in the evening and pray to him to come to the hostel. So what? Please tell again. He said, the warden said, the Swami has instructed me and asked me that ask all the boys to pray to Swami in the evening, requesting him to come to the hostel for dinner. My God, we all were on the cloud nine. He said, what do you want? What does the blind man want but eyes? And here Swami himself is giving you the eyes. He's giving you permission to invite him. So today is a chance we do Ghirao of Swami. The moment Swami comes, I say, you catch hold of one hand, I catch hold of another hand, you catch hold of feet, you catch hold of Swami's robe, you stand up and pray to Swami, and then we all say, Swami, 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 will you please come to the hostel? Swami said, no, I am not going to come to the hostel. You see, so many devotees are sitting here. How can I come to the hostel? Then you say, no, Swami, you have to come to the hostel. Then after this little bit of game here and there, then Swami would relent, and then you say, okay, Mandaru, I will come to the hostel. So that is what we all imagined as usually it would happen. So the moment we all went there, we being senior boys, we sat right in the front and click, the door opened and Swami came out and we signaled each other and we all got up together, Swami, 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 hey, sit down. Immediately Swami, sit down. So all of us got a little jolt. We sat down. What is all this natak? He said, I only asked you to invite me. So why all this Ghirao and all that? Okay, Bangaru, I will come tomorrow to the hostel and have dinner with you. And I'm going to get a wonderful musician also. My God, you all guys were on cloud nine. Huh? The Swami has agreed on his own to come to have dinner with all of us. And then on top of it, he also says that I'm going to get a wonderful musician there. So we were all very happy. We went running to the hostel back. We washed the dining room. We washed the corridors. We cleaned the whole place. We ensured that who's going to play what role. And the next day, it was Sunday. And as Swami's car entered, just before 4 o'clock, there were two boys sitting there who blew the bugles announcing Swami's arrival. And then with Veda chanting, we escorted Swami inside. And then Swami went. And behind him, we saw that one man with beautiful new silk robes, silk dhoti behind Swami, and one or two small assistants with him. He was also coming. So we thought, oh, he must be that great musician Swami is talking about. And then we went, and then we all reached the dining hall section where we all sat down. And once we all sat down, then first the warden spoke. After the warden, then he requested Swami that Swami, what should be the next thing? Swami said, announce to the children that so-and-so gentleman, he gave his name, he is a very wonderful musician and he does Harikatha. You know, in Andhra Pradesh, there is a local, there is a folk system of doing the story of Lord Vishnu. They call it the Burra Katha, in which they also call it Harikatha. In this Harikatha, a person is made to sing the glory of the Lord by holding a itara in his hand and he has kartal in the other hand. He talks about Lord, he sings about the Lord, and he relates the story of Lord Vishnu. So we were all geared up because prior to this, we had had people like Sunil Gavaskar coming, Pandit Ravi Shankar coming, Pandit Shiv Kumar Sharma coming. So we knew that if Swami is going to bring somebody to the hostel, it has to be someone wonderful musician. Now, Swami asked this guy, he went and touched Swami's feet. Swami blessed him profusely, and Swami said, "You sing well, don't worry." And then Swami turned his chair and he sat with all of us. Now, this gentleman, old gentleman, he must be in his 60s, he started singing his Harikatha. The moment he started singing his Harikatha, all of us realized he was not a very great singer. And come on, let us understand nothing. We have all been Swami students, we have all been in the bhajan groups, we have all seen great singers come and perform. He was really not a great singer. But what was very surprising was he was also not singing correctly. In between, his voice would crack, sometimes he would go into apashruti, and Swami was, in bliss, as if, it was like the greatest singer on earth was singing, and Swami with his eyes closed was, enjoying it thoroughly. The moment his voice would crack, he would turn around and look at Swami and imagine that Swami would say, "Hey, stop singing." But Swami was enjoying thoroughly. And this whole performance lasted for a good 45, 50 minutes. And then his performance got over. And then Swami blessed him and made him sit down. Then Swami said, "Now I'd like to give a discourse." And Swami came onto the table, they placed the mics, and Swami gave his discourse. Not a word of anything was spoken. Nothing was spoken. We all were dying with anxiety. We were all anxious to know who this guy was. Ultimately, why did Swami bring him? He was not such a great singer, and Swami announced that he was a very great musician. I mean, he was singing the folk songs and all well, but nothing out of the world. I mean, this is on the roadside. You can hear so many of these guys, who are asking for alms and all like that. Maybe a little better than them. That is what in our ego we thought probably is the category of this guy singing. So after the discourse was over, Swami signaled one boy to come get up for Arati. Now the boy offered Arati, and the Arati got over, and Swami started walking out. He almost went to half a hall, and we were all surprised at what is happening. The Arati is going on, Swami is walking away, and we do not know what is happening around us. Swami again came back. He again switched on the mics, and then he said, "I know what you boys are thinking. You guys are wondering who this man is. Why did Swami invite himself to the hostel? Why did Swami give him a chance to sing? And some of you," he pointed out some of us bhajan singers who were sitting right in the front, "some of you think that he's not such a great singer. Don't you all think?" So we just kept mum. We realized that Swami is laying bare all what was happening in our thoughts and in our minds. And then Swami said, "Let me tell you the story of this devotee of mine." Swami said, he is a poor Brahmin who doesn't even have proper food to eat in his house. This Navaratri, he set out of his village and he thought that let me go down and do Buddha Katha, let me do Hari Katha in all the villages, and then maybe I'll get some rice, I will get some clothes, maybe I'll get some money also. He went from one village to another village, but people were more interested in having orchestra program, movie programs, and nobody wanted a Harikatha program. When he reached the Anantapur district, somebody told him that look, the festival of Dashera is going on, and Bhagawan is a person who respects these singers, and lots of these people come and perform during the Dashera time. Why don't you also go to Puttaparthi? And if you pray to Swami, Swami might give you an opportunity to sing during Dashera. So this man thought, I've never been to Puttaparthi, though he had heard about Swami. He had no clue what kind of rush is there in Puttaparthi when it comes there. So he reached, and on the penultimate day of Dasara, on the 10th day, at 5:30 in the morning, when he entered the hallowed portals there, he saw there was a huge sea of people all around him. They were all happily running around here and there. The Nagar Sankirtan was going on. Some people were getting ready. Some people were going on to go and seek their places in the Poornima auditorium. And he realized, he saw there was a tree there. That time the cycle one thought was not there. There were a few trees lined up then. And he parked himself under a tree, very tired, very hungry, along with his family. No sooner did he put his trunk and his other belongings under the tree, Kudumrao Garu came running and asked him, "Sir, Sai Ram, are you such and such?" He asked his name. Are you so and so? So that man got scared. He said, my God, what a system of spine they have. I have barely landed up here, and here comes a very good looking person, a very smart looking person who asked me, this is my name? He said, yes, this is my name. He said, oh my God, sir, this is the third time I have come looking for you. In the last half an hour, Swami has sent me 3 times to look for you under this tree. He told me, no, you go and stand there only because you are going to be coming, and once the moment you come, you will park yourself under this tree. So Swami has been inquiring about you. This man was mortified. Oh my God, Bhagawan knows that I have come. I have not even given a letter. I have not put in a telegram. I have not even informed anybody. Only last night did someone tell me that Swami is a great connoisseur of music. And if you get a chance to ever go there and perform before Swami, so he prayed heartily and came to Puttaparthi. And there in the morning, then Kudumbaragaru told him, sir, Swami has requested me to take you with all respects inside the room. First you change. He has given new clothes for you, new sari for your wife and your daughter, another sets of clothes for your son. And sir, after that, he has instructed me to take you for breakfast. And then I will take you inside for the this Yagnam in which Purnahuti is going to take place. So this man was surprised beyond words. He was taken inside the rest Prashanti. He was given a wonderful room. There, he was given everything. They had a change of clothes. They bathed. They cleaned themselves well. And with all respects, Kudumbaragaru took him to the South Indian canteen, fed him. And when the Yagnam had already begun and it was just about to get over, before that, called him with all respects and brought him and made him park right in front of us when we noticed him that. Swami said, this old man had been praying very hard all his life to Lord Vishnu. And this time, when the Dasara came, he had no food to eat in his house. So he set out, and I only drew him towards me. Someone suggested him that why don't you go and pray and sing before Swami? So Swami, because Dasara was over, and evening the boys were supposed to give a program. And you have seen him. He sings well, but because of his age now, his voice is faltering a little bit. And I could not have asked him to sing in the Purnachandra auditorium. Look at that beautiful love of Swami that, Swami could have given him a chance, but Swami said, but I had paid heed to his prayers. I asked him that you wait here and to listen to his prayers. I asked all you boys to invite me to the hostel so that I could give an opportunity for him to come and sing in my presence, which he has been praying for with full heart. We were all very touched by Swami's love. And look at Swami, that poor Brahmin who doesn't even have food to eat in his house. Swami is listening to his prayers also. And what Swami said in the end of it all, probably still in my heart. Swami said, even in the government, when you do their work for the full life, when you retire after 60, you are eligible for some pension. This man here has sung the glory of Lord Vishnu all through his life. How could I leave him when he needed me the most in the evening of his life? So dear brothers and sisters, he announced openly to all of us, he said from today, he's going to live in Prashanti Nilayam, and I'm going to take care of all his expenses, for all his clothes, for all his food, for all the education of his children. Because from today onwards, he's going to live with all of us. And for years together, whenever I would come there, you would see him park there, and he would come very hungry and sit behind where all the old members come and sit. I don't see him now, because obviously a lot of water has flown since then. But he learned a great lesson from Swami, that for Swami, you don't have to be money, you don't have to be a very big man, you don't have to be a talented guy. If you pray with all your heart, the Lord listens, and he responds also. This was one great lesson we learned, that whenever you find there is pain around you, you give pleasure. Whenever you find you can help somebody, help them first. Don't wait for Swami only to take action. So this is the great lesson we learned, that Swami adopted his whole family and ensured that he lived in Puttaparthi. We are fast running close to the timing. So there's one very beautiful episode I'd like to mention before I bring this talk to an end. I was informed that if I could be experiential in this talk, so maybe all the listeners would have the benefit of enjoying those few incidents which are there. So once again, I am reminded of a very beautiful episode. Swami has all along been telling all the students, when we were all students there, Swami was all along telling us it is very imperative that in this age, when you are young, you must always keep good company. Swami would tell us time and again. And then Swami had a very nice way in his discourses. He would say, tell me your company and I will tell you who you are. This is what Swami would often tell. So we would always understand that what Swami implied. But then there is an episode I'd like to mention to you, though it happened a few years after I left, but it was very relevant, so I thought I must discuss it with you. While we were students, Swami had really not started going to Kodaikanal in a big way. Earlier he used to go to Uti, but once the Uti school closed down, and Swami brought all the children in the school here, so there was no Uti also. And only in my last year in 87 and 88, Swami started off going to Kodaikanal. So in one of those trips, the boys would pray that they would be in the list of Kodaikanal. Why? Because whenever the children would get an opportunity to go to Kodaikanal on the summer holidays with Swami, there would be chances that when the buses are flying, they would pray to Swami, and Swami would come and sit inside the bus with the students, and students would have the benefit of having Swami or part of the journey with them. So it so happened that a group of children were selected, the students were selected to come and accompany Swami for Kodaikanal. And they were all ready in the morning, and come 4:30 in the morning, Swami left from Vrindavan. And one after the other, soon after Swami's car, there were almost 10 to 12 cars which zoomed after Swami's car, and the bus happened to go a little slowly, and it turned out that the bus was right at the end. Now the students were praying very hard that Swami, you're so far away, we are sitting in the bus. No sooner it was 7 o'clock or so, Swami stopped the whole entourage. Swami got out of his car and ensured the boys were made to sit down. They were served breakfast, and after which all the boys prayed to Swami that Swami, please come and sit inside the bus with us. Swami said, no, how can I sit inside the bus? People will not be able to have darshans. So all the people said, no, Swami, please come and sit inside the bus with us. Swami sat inside the bus. And when Swami sits inside the bus, all the boys surround Swami all over. And one of them handed over the talam in front of Swami. And Swami said, okay, do Omkaram and start Bhajans. And impromptu the Bhajans began. And Swami would direct, you sing Ganesha, you sing Devi, you sing Allah, you sing Ram Bhajan. And this is how it was going. And after some time, the Bhajans got over, and Swami was giving a light-hearted discourse and talking to the children. Suddenly, everyone noticed that Swami's car was right in the front, behind the car was the bus, and behind the bus were all the other cars. No sooner did the bullets come, they all saw that lots of people had lined up on both the sides of the road, and they were hoping to have Swami's darshans because they got news that Swami had left Bangalore. And no sooner did the car pass by, they all bent down to have Swami's darshans in the car, and then they saw that Swami was not inside the car. So all they did was they touched the car and took blessings from the car, and then looked at each other and said, Swami is not. And where Swami was, even the bus would have crossed by. It happened in one village, another town, another city. And then all of us were noticing what was happening. Then Swami suddenly noticed it, and Swami said, look, all my devotees, they are so foolish. Swami is sitting inside the bus, but they are bending down in front of the car. And when they see that Swami is not there in the car, they don't even look in the bus, and then they miss out on the darshan. So the students had a good laugh, and they all said, yes, Swami, so foolish of them, they are missing out on your darshans. And then suddenly Swami turned towards the boys, and Swami said, no, they are not foolish. You guys are foolish. You don't understand. I'm trying to drive home a point to all of you. And we all understood, the boys understood that Swami is trying to drive home a point. And Swami said, look, I've been telling you to keep good company always. This car has been in the company of Bhagawan for so many years. Even today, when Swami is not there in the car also, the car is getting all the namaskarams from everybody. And I am sitting with all of you rogues here inside the bus, and I'm not getting any namaskaram. So this is what happens in the company you keep. That is why I tell you, you must keep good company. When you keep good company, you get respect, you get love, you get affection from everyone. see at Swami's car, even though Swami is physically not inside the car. Look at the reverence, look at the respect which everybody is giving Swami's car. So if you want to be like that, you must keep good company. So what a beautiful way of Swami teaching. Out of no incident, Swami would bring out such beautiful examples and make our lives richer. So I'm sure some few of these episodes, some few of these experiences which I've shared with you, they were only probably to draw us close to Swami in the sense that what a world guru he had been. He taught us through his own actions. He ensured that first do, then be, and then tell. It was first be, then do, and then tell. So this is what was exactly what Swami did. First be good, then do good, and then tell good. So this is what we all learned with Swami. That when you have to be with Swami, there is so much to learn. And with these few words, I am thankful to all of you that you gave me an opportunity, more so Brother Venkatraman, for having invited me and giving me this chance to address all my brothers and sisters in Singapore and all around who are going live with us on YouTube. And more than anything else, I would like to humbly, with all my prayers, thank Bhagawan for giving me this golden chance to remember him on this Guru Poornima day so that we can renew our vows of being good. We can renew ourselves that if we have gone wrong anywhere in these last few years, we must sit down, tighten our girdles, and go on to that path which Swami has shown. Thank you so much. Jai Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, Brother Tribhuvan. We have more time, and I would like to request you also to continue. You have two faces here. The one that is there for you as a student, but then you've also had roles in the organization and you're involved in education. Could you shed some light on the learnings from that aspect of your association with Swami?
Thank you, brother, for bringing this up. We are singularly lucky that we had studied in Swami's college, and after having studied, I also had this golden chance of teaching in the university for a couple of years. And when we went out, you know, we were always given to understand that the students are the ones who are going to change this whole world. You know, we had somehow this sense ingrained into us that the students are going to change. They are the ones who are going to become the change factor into this world. So when I left the hallowed portals of Bhagawan Baba's university, so I said, watch out world, here I come. That was the kind of spirit with which I went out. And I thought that whatever I have learned here, whatever I will imbibe with Bhagawan, I need to go and inform and tell the whole world that, look, this is what Swami stands for, and probably we all need to change ourselves and we'll all become good human beings. So I realized that the world was a bit too big for me. So I said, okay, let's start changing India first. Okay, so I decided, okay, let's try and change India. But then once I looked at the map of India, I realized even India was a bit too big. So I said, okay, the state of Madhya Pradesh is still much better, the heart of India. Let me try and change all the devotees in the state of Madhya Pradesh. I tried doing that also, but no results. I realized that people were just not interested in listening to you only. And I'm wondering, why don't people want to change themselves? Why are they not wanting to change? I have so much to share with them, so much to give them. Then, okay, doesn't matter. If the state of Madhya Pradesh doesn't want to change itself, let me try and change the city of Indore where I live. So I said, okay, Indorians, I have been in Puttaparthi, I've studied for so many years with Swami, I've done this, I'm going to change all of you. They all looked at my face and then they realized that probably they thought they were talking to a person who had lost his marbles. And they would probably look at me in a very funny way. Then I said, okay, let me try and change my family for a difference. You know, if I change my colony or my family where I live, then that will be a proof enough that at least they are changing. I couldn't change my family. Then a great brainwave came into my head. Let me try and change my spouse. Wow, what a brilliant idea. Has anyone ever been able to change his spouse? Well, to learn by experience, I did. So, of course, I met with a great failure. And then I understood. Who does Swami want to change? And I understood. Swami doesn't want you to change the world. Swami doesn't want you to change India. Swami doesn't want you to change the state of Madhya Pradesh. Swami doesn't want you to change Indore. Swami doesn't even want you to bother to change your family. All he wants you is to change yourself. Just bring that change factor in yourself. You see, there are so many problems we have in our own persona. There are so many complications we have in our own personality. So if at all you have to change yourself, because God says that I haven't given you any contract to change anybody. I've given you responsibility to only change yourself. And when you change yourself, I'm reminded of what George Bernard Shaw had said. He says, forget the world, just change yourself, and you can be sure that there is one scoundrel less in the society. That is what happens. If we change ourselves, there is one scoundrel less in the society. So you one better. So I thought, let me get onto that footing. So I started changing myself. The moment I changed myself, I realized my spouse was suitably impressed. She changed herself also. When the two of us changed, our family changed. And our family changed, the whole colony where we live, it changed. And when the colony changed, the whole city changes. The city changes, the state changes. And the state changes, the country changes. And when the country changes, the whole world changes. But the first change has to begin with each one of us. And if we try to bring around this change in ourselves, I'm sure we'll all be thanking Swami, because we all need to do so much with ourselves. And I'm so grateful to Swami that he put me into the field of education. And we're running a very beautiful school in Indore also, which is treated as one of the best schools in central India. And the school is known best because it is running exactly on the same lines of Swami's education, which he propagated to all of us in Puttaparthi. The education in human values. When you talk to the parents here, they all say in unison only one thing. We all understand that you are turning out good citizens for this country, because we have two children. One child studies in Sathya Sai and the other child studies in some other school. And we see the difference in both the children. And parents go out, when we were students, and sometimes when we would take Swami's permission to go to Bangalore city to purchase a few things or for some other work. So Swami would say, okay, you go and be careful. But the moment we would go into a showroom, I was very surprised then. The showroom people would say, are you boys from Sathya Sai College? And we would be surprised. How can this guy make us out that we are from Sathya Sai College? We were wearing ordinary clothes. Okay, we are not wearing jeans and t-shirts, but we were neither wearing white and white. But then they would recognize us right from our faces. And then once I asked a guy, it was a Kamath restaurant where we had all gone for a buffet after our shopping spree, and we were coming back. So the hotel guy asked us, are you guys from Sathya Sai College? So we asked, how do you guys know? He said, my goodness, your faces itself show. You guys wear such a calm expression. You guys are so well behaved. And all those things he said. And we thought, my goodness, people notice so much. We don't know. The same kind of experience we are facing here in the school at Indore also. That we find the parents coming and telling us that whenever there is an inter-school competition or anything happening, we can make out that these children or this group is from Sathya Sai because they are the most well-behaved children. They are the children who wear such a pious and a holy expression, and they listen to their teacher. They are not into making noises. They are not the indisciplined lot. So this is what we learn every day, and this is what is the expression which is carried. And what a great message Swami is giving. Sathya Sai is a household name today in the city of Indore because of this school. So many students, the school is now 40 years old. It's been 40 years the school has been there. Thousands of children have gone by. And I'm grateful to Swami for giving our family and all of us this chance to associate ourselves with the school, wherein we are able to understand that yes, we are learning some things also. We are able to contribute something also. And I'm reminded of a very beautiful episode that once, we had an open house session in the school. And we were asking parents that if you can come onto the dais, and if you have any problems with the management or the running of the school or the buses or the lunch or anything, you can please come and speak openly. The management members are also there, the principal is there. So all of us sit, and we have these monthly sessions wherein we invite the parents for various classes to come and address them. So that way, it's a quick time for us to recheck how well we are doing or where we need to improve. Lots of parents came. One parent had a special mention to say. He said, Well, sir, I have a very serious problem to address before all of you. I said, yes, what is the serious problem? He said, the problem is my daughter is studying in your school and she's fond of eating. So when she's at home, we regulate her diet. But then the lunch which you serve in Sathya Sai school is so delicious and you have no limit on feeding the children. The children, if there is gulab jamun, they can have 20 also if they like, provided they don't they land themselves into trouble. So I have a request to make. Please ensure that children are not given unlimited food to eat, because my child every day when we regulate her diet, she tells us, okay, mom, you may regulate my dinner, but lunch I have my heart's content in school. And my own son, I remember, who had studied in the school, would come home and challenge my wife and tell, mom, you cannot prepare the dal like what they prepare in my school. And we also go and take a quality check so many times. And there is such great blessing of Bhagawan on the canteen of the school that the food which is prepared is virtually like prasadam. And all the old students who come, all the parents who come, every visitor who comes, they say that there is something divine in this food. And the children who are there, the ex-students who pass out, they come especially on a Saturday only to enjoy the food, because on a special day, on Saturday, as a special food is there, they maintain, they prepare sweets, they prepare snacks, and the children love to do it. So these are a few experiences you learn while you're journeying, which is that whatever you do it perfectly, do it wholeheartedly, and when you do it, it is Bhagawan's blessings which does the next. He does the rest. So all you need to do is just pray to him and do your best. And rest, the change factor, he's going to bring around. You are merely an instrument. And when you say you are an instrument, let's say you have a pen in your pocket. Now, when you need the pen, you take it out and you write. You may have another pen in your pocket, but you are fond of that golden pen only and not the black colored pen which is there in your pocket. But whenever you need the black ink pen only, you take out that pen and you write. Can a pen complain that, Master, why do you use the golden pen only? Why don't you use me more often? The pen doesn't complain, because the pen knows that whenever the time is right, my master will use me. So since all of us are pens in the pocket of God, let us not complain. Let us not compare. Let us not feel that God is not using my talents enough. God has time for everything. All you need to do is just pray and do your best. Rest God is going to do for you, because He works through you, He works beyond you. That is what God's work is.
It's all about being available then, right?
Sai Ram brothers, really, really such a joy. Our hearts are filled listening to your experiences and your sharings. We have a couple of questions. I'll just read out one of the questions. This brother asks, what is the relationship between conscience and the inner guru? How does one become aware of this inner guru?
Beautiful question. I think on a Guru Poornima day, how do you become conscious of the inner guru or the inner voice inside you? Swami had once said, and why can't you hear we asked Swami a question, Swami, why can't we hear the inner voice very clearly? Swami said, when there is too much noise in the upper story, when there are too many thoughts going crisscrossing around in your head, how will you be able to hear the inner voice of God inside you? So then what did Swami say? It is only in silence that the voice of God can be heard. Swami had guided us, and those of you who want to ensure and who want to get a lot of inner guidance from the God who's inside you, you may call it conscience, you may call it Atma, you may call it whatever name, you need to go inwards. And what is the way to go inwards? All you need to do is put in a little effort by way of personal sadhana, as Swami would say. And what is that personal sadhana? That personal sadhana is first taking Lord's name for a few minutes and meditating for a few minutes. When you meditate, you are turning inwards. When you pray to God, what is happening? When you pray to God, you are talking to God. But you want to listen to God also. So when you want to listen to God, you meditate. Because when you meditate, God is talking to you. When you pray, you are talking to God. So if you want to hear to that voice, it is very important that all of us, at least for 10 minutes in a day, sit down quietly, straighten your back, do a little bit of Jyoti meditation or form meditation, And after that, after a few days, you will really understand how the inner factor starts talking to you. You will start getting all answers to your queries. You will be surprised how you are yourself becoming a mine of knowledge. One of our brothers in India, who's the national coordinator for spiritual exercises, he had verily given a very beautiful program. He called it 10, 20, 30. What did he call it? He called it 10, 20, 30. And what was the significance of 10, 20, 30? He said, for coming close to Bhagawan, 10 minutes of meditation, 20 minutes of Namasmarana, and 30 minutes of reading Swami's literature. Just 1 hour in a day you need to take out for yourself. Don't tell me that out of 24 hours we cannot spare 1 hour for ourselves. And what is it? 10, 20, 30. 10 minutes of meditation, 20 minutes of Nam Jap, and 30 minutes of reading Swami's literature. If you do that, trust me, dear, you will get all the answers to your query. And because why do we lag behind in our spiritual exercises? Because we don't read Swami's literature. You read Swami's literature, whatever doubts which come into your mind, you will be surprised that he'll ensure that you open up that page only which Swami probably wants you to know. And when you read that literature, your answer will be automatically there. And for those who are beginners, the youngsters, the youth, I would say a couple of titles I would want you to know. Those of them who have never read too much of Swami's literature. This lockdown, my younger son, who's a law pass out, and he had lots of time at hand, and he wanted to try his hand at reading. So I told him to read these 3 titles, out of which 2 he is finished, and he is a changed man now. The first title was Tapovanam, second is Anyatha Sharanam Nasti, and the third is Anandadai's Ma. Just read these 3 books if you can. I'm telling you, they are a world of knowledge. Probably you'll get so many answers, and they are such interesting books. They're like reading through a story. They're reading through Swami's life, and such beautiful. And those of you who have read these 3 books of Tapovanam, Anyatha Sharanam Nasti, and Anandadai Ma, you can probably go on to Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Those are equally enchanting, and you will probably know. And those of you who want to go for some serious reading, I would say go to the Vahinis. They actually hold the crux of knowledge for which Bhagawan had come. But those are probably to be read maybe a page per day so that you read it properly, get it into your system, digest it, underline what you've read, thought about it, mulled on it, and then move forward. I'm trying to do that these days, probably take it on to the Vahinis, so that you can understand what Bhagavan was trying to ensure that we all learn in these lives. So my message to everybody would be that take on to this 10, 20, and 30, and the inner voice of God will be definitely heard.
Thank you, brother. I think 10, 20, 30 is definitely something we can try to follow and keep in our minds, as well as the 3 books that you mentioned, Tapovanam, Anyatha Sharanam Nasti, and Anandadayima. Hope I got the titles correct. There is another question. I think this person has been paying attention to your talk. The question is, we are all definitely far nearest now, foreigners now. So how do we keep Swami close to us? Swami has said that he's always waiting for us to call him, but how do we keep Swami close to us?
How do we keep Swami?
Close to us. As in,
Close
how do we...
us.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. How do we keep Swami close? If you ask me, whenever I would go to Puttaparthi, I'm making a confession here. Whenever I would go to Puttaparthi, I would find Swami is not close to me. Because there would be thousands of devotees sitting there. Even if I get a chance to sit with the students and the old students, there would be a chance that Swami may not see me. Swami may not be able to locate me, and I may not be able to talk to Swami. But every time I would come back to my mandir at home, I felt I was closest to Swami there. Every time I would sit down on my mandir and pray to Bhagawan, I felt I was closest to Swami there. So if you want to develop closeness to Bhagawan, just ensure that your heart is filled with love. And share that love with everybody. You don't have to be a great spiritualist. You don't have to go to the mountains in Himalayas and stand on one leg and do tapas to get God. Just fill your heart with love and share that love with everybody. Wherever you go, you can talk lovingly to people, you can speak lovingly to people, you can be good to everybody, and you can be nice to everyone. And trust me, you will see that you will feel God closeness to God by just sharing your love with everybody. You know what Swami says about love? Love has a boomerang effect. When you throw it at somebody, it comes back and hits you. Swami says the other person is like a blank wall, and love is like a tennis ball in your hand. When you hit the wall with a tennis ball, you hit it softly, it comes back to you ever so softly. You hit it hard, it comes back to you hard. You hit it really hard, and it will engulf you, and probably you'll have to learn to escape getting hurt by that ball. So Swami says, love is exactly like that. The proportion of love with which you hit the person next, with the same proportion you are going to love. So if you feel that people are not loving you, if you feel that people are ignoring you, if you feel that people do not understand you, if you feel people are not recognizing your talent enough, just learn to love them. Just give your love to them. Give your love to them. Give your love to them. Give the love. And once you give the love to them, you will realize it will come back to you in 10 proportions and you will be flooded. You will be the most popular guy around. And you know, these days we are into the life of COVID-19 and they say that it is an infectious thing. But even before COVID-19 came, you had one more infection which God had given to you. And that was the ability to smile. Imagine, they say that a smile is an inexpensive way to improve your looks. You sit like a castor oil face and don't talk to anybody and you expect people to come and talk to you. Instead, smile. Once you smile, it is an invitation of beginning to attract people. So once you're going on the road, you smile at a stranger. Now you have two people smiling. When the two people smile at two more people, you have four people smiling. And four people smile at four more people, you have 16 people smiling. It goes into geometric proportions, and my maths is not too good. And what happens? You have a whole Singapore smiling everywhere. And people who come to Singapore, they'll say, one thing I must say, they're friendly a lot, they smile a lot, even at strangers. And when you smile, you are giving a little bit of your love to a person, even to a stranger. You don't have to have any intention on smiling. Just smile and you see people will come to you. You will get recognition. You will get closeness to God. And one more reason of getting closeness is, like I said, the crux of all activities, meditation. When you meditate, you actually feel closest to God then. That is that bliss which comes to you. So we are people of the world. Not everybody may be into meditation, but everyone can be into sharing your love with everyone. And how do you share your love? Swami says, you may not be able to oblige everyone, but at least speak obligingly. This tongue, you know, it can hurt so many people with such great intensity. So Swami says, use this tongue for only two purposes. Speaking the truth, taking Lord's name, and speaking good words with people. When you do, you will be the most popular person around because it is the tongue which makes you popular. It is your language which probably makes you not so popular. So Swami says, you will not be able to oblige everyone, but please speak obligingly.
Sai Ram, that is truly lovely. My heart is full, and just like you mentioned earlier, I think we are coming to the end of our allocated time. Just like you started the talk by talking about the Guru Poornima and how the mind full of love is filled with total devotion to God, we have come full circle. And all of your wonderful experiences and your sharing, such as the Chinnakatha about the cow and the tiger, and waiting for the master, giving it up into his hands, and being like the baby monkey and not worrying about worldly things, and even about the part where you were talking about how you judge yourself so badly for your thoughts, and Swami just brushed it off with that beautiful smile and that love. I think so many of us can relate to all of these experiences, and you have truly brought that inner guru, that love for Swami out, which was already latent in us, but hearing your words, we have definitely grown closer to that. A couple of things that we also learned are, don't let your actions follow your mind, because the mind's nature is to go everywhere and anywhere. And Swami listens to all of our prayers, and of course, follow the 10-20-30 rule, and keep good company. Remember to read Sai literature, Tapovanam Anyatha Sharanam Nasti, Anandadayi Ma. And of course, there's much more that we can take from your sharing, but on behalf of the entire organization here in Singapore, really, we are grateful to Swami for having provided us this wonderful golden time that we've had with you. And thank you, brother. Thank you. Sai Ram. And right after this, Sai Ram, for all of us viewing this, this is followed by the launch of the National Environment Program. And it'll also be followed by a program by the Sai Young Adults, Bhajans, Bhagawan's Divine Discourse, and Arati. Thank you for staying with us on this beautiful day of Guru Poornima. Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.
Sai Ram, dear brothers and sisters. We wish you all a happy and holy Guru Poornima. Guru Poornima is the day when spiritual seekers like us get to offer our gratitude to our beloved Guru, Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. One among the many ways we can show our gratitude to Swami is by taking simple but powerful steps on a daily basis to protect his greatest gift to humanity, nature. Like a compassionate mother, nature nurtures us, sustains us, and protects us by giving us food, water, air, land, and natural resources that often are taken for granted. Our actions over the past few decades have led to excessive deforestation, polluted rivers, climate change, and water shortages. Swami says, nature is more progressive than man, and to protect nature, man has to make use of it within limits. When man tampers with nature recklessly, it reacts adversely and trouble arises. In order to protect nature, man has to practice sailing on desires. On this holy occasion of Guru Poornima, let's start by placing a ceiling on our desires and taking steps to move closer to a zero-waste lifestyle. The zero-waste lifestyle minimizes trash at an individual and household level. When you minimize the waste you generate, you minimize the amount of resources used and also the amount of waste that goes to landfills and the oceans, thereby reducing pollution and protecting all the species in the oceans. With COVID-19, a number of us are staying at home, yet we can do a lot to reduce our food, water, plastic, and other forms of waste. Between today and Swami's 95th birthday, we plan to do the following to help you on your journey towards zero waste. We will post a weekly tip on our SSIO Facebook page for you to adopt and reduce the waste you are generating in your homes. We will have webinars and study circles every month to help you understand Swami's teaching on nature is God, and also discuss and share how we can go towards zero waste. We will also incorporate lessons on going green into our SSC curriculum and help our students develop love and reverence for nature during their childhood. We hope you will support this initiative and take this path to offer your homage and gratitude to our beloved Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. For anyone looking to support EnviroCare initiatives for SSIO Singapore, please contact Brother Vignesh. We wish you all a happy and holy Guru Poornima again. Jai Sai Ram.
To me, Swami is a lot more than just a guru or a mother or a friend. He is this infinite source of love and happiness. So thank you, Swami, for constantly showering us with your love and grace.
Sai Ram, I'm grateful to Swami for being my guide and teacher.
I'm grateful to Swami for sticking with me every single second of the day, as well as being a best friend who I can continuously share my happy moments and sad moments with.
I am grateful to Swami for motivating me to do my best each day and for giving me the courage to overcome challenges when they arise.
Sai Ram, to me, Swami is my guru, my friend, and many more. Whatever and wherever I am today is all due to His constant grace and blessings. I'm ever so grateful for His guidance throughout my entire life. Thank you, and I will always love you, Swami.
Always be grateful to Swami for being my guru, my guide, my mother's side, and for always showering me with His unconditional love.
Thank you, Swami, for always guiding us to our purpose, to our objectives. And thank you for making us fall in love with the world, with ourselves, with everything that you've created. Thank you so much for loving us.
Every time I think about Swami, I feel this matchless sense of calm and peace.
I'm grateful to Swami for being my pillar of support, my boatman, and my North Star. I love you.
I'm grateful to Swami for being my guide, for imparting invaluable life lessons at the most unexpected situations, and for instilling the belief in me that all of us humans are equals. Sai Ram.
To me, Swami is my best friend. I can't imagine my life without him. He has been guiding and is still guiding me in my life. I'm thankful for his continued presence in my life. I love you, Swami.
Sai Ram, brother!
Sai Ram, bro, can you hear me?
Yes, no issues.
It's phase 2 already. Why should we still meet on Zoom?
Hey, just being precautious lah.
What is this, bro? Where's your faith in the Lord?
My faith in the Lord is here, bro. That's why I'm practicing an important teaching of His.
What's that, bro?
Using your common sense lah, bro.
Damn it, bro.
It's okay. I have many more sayings like this. If only you paid attention during SSC, you would also have known.
So what if I didn't pay attention during SSC? I will send my son and I'll make sure that he is serious about classes.
Anyway, have you been attending the SSC online classes with your son?
No, my wife usually sits for the classes with my son. I found the online SSC a good initiative run by our center to ensure the children stay connected and their learning doesn't get disrupted.
Yes, bro. I personally found it very useful. I've been attending the class with my daughter and I was able to refresh my memory on Swami's childhood story.
SSC refresher course?
Yes, of course. I realized that there are a number of life lessons we can learn from Swami and how Swami has been a guru to mankind even during his childhood days.
Huh? Even during his childhood days?
Yes. If you just look at each and every episode of his life, there's a lesson for us to learn.
Bro, the only thing I clearly remember is the story where the teacher got stuck to his chair because he asked Swami to stand on the bench as punishment.
That's a classic one lah.
Remember how we used to be pranksters when we were younger?
How to forget those good old childhood days, bro.
This COVID has really disrupted our lives lah. I could not visit my parents for a long time, could not go out to eat, attend center bhajans, and take part in seva activities. I can't even go to work, bro.
Yeah, I agree. There are disruptions to our usual lifestyle, and we can't help feeling restricted. But we also have some benefits. We got to be with our family more. We can attend satsang from the comfort of our own homes. I can't help feeling that COVID has actually kind of reset the balance in the world.
Yes, but look at the economic impact that it has on the entire world. Look at how many people lost their jobs and loved ones to this pandemic.
Yes, but bro, pandemics have always existed. It's not something new. It's just new to us. Our generation has not gone through something like this.
I understand. You know, my company has been downsizing and some of my colleagues have lost their jobs and some have to take pay cuts. It might be me next. I have a family to feed, you know.
Well, if it gives you any comfort, I'm also in the same boat, bro. Not sure when I might lose my job next. I've been updating my resume and posting it on job sites, applying for some courses to upskill myself. and also looking out for opportunities at the same time. Suggest you do the same too.
Yes, I have been. But the question is, how do I go through this without getting affected? I have not been sleeping much and very soon I'll start having nightmares.
Relax, bro, relax. All will be well. Why fear when I am here?
What?
Not me, bro, not me. Swami.
Ah, that's better.
Anyway, I attended my daughter's SSE class last week. It was very interesting. They were sharing about Swami's childhood days and the Pushpagiri village fair that he attended.
I vaguely remember that Swami had attended a cattle fair with his schoolmates. Is that the one?
Yes, correct, bro. Young Sathya was selected by his teacher to attend this Pushpagiri fair and had the responsibility of leading the students in the camp.
Oh, yes, but he could not afford to attend the fair, right? He was living at his brother's house and he didn't want to burden them with the extra expenses, right?
Yes, Sathya never wanted to burden the family with his presence. He always helped them with the household chores and ensured he did not trouble them for any extra money. In fact, he only had one set of school uniform, which he himself would wash and then iron using a brass vessel with hot embers every day.
Using what?
A brass vessel with hot embers, bro.
What's that?
Something with hot charcoal or wood or something.
Okay lah, basically it's like a prehistoric iron box, right?
Something like that lah, bro.
How resourceful of our Swami. He always lived a simple life, always putting the interests of others first and at the same time being so prim and proper.
Yes, even when his friend Ramesh offered him a new set of khaki uniform, which was actually the required uniform for the camp, Sathya rejected it, saying, "If you and I are to continue as good friends, then take it back." He strongly believed that friendship between two people will not last long on the basis of give and take relationship.
Bro, if it was me, I would have happily accepted the gift, bro.
I know, bro. Confirm.
But here, even though Sathya had friends from well-to-do families, he never compared himself with them, envied them, or even complained about his situation. In fact, he went to great lengths to protect the reputation of his family. He accepted who he was and his family's condition and behaved in such a mature manner.
Very true. He always focused on what he had to give others and how best he could serve others, even with the very little that he had.
For me, this is true sacrifice, sacrificing what little he had for the benefit of others.
I recall our Singapore brothers and sisters coming forward to donate their government care package during this difficult time to serve those who needed it more than them. I'm also thankful that I was able to take part in the migrant workers' cook meals delivery seva, where we provided lunch to them for 30 days.
Yeah, bro. I was fortunate to have the opportunity to take part in the migrant workers' seva. I helped with the dry ration packing and delivered it to the dormitories where these workers live in isolation. Something small that I could do to serve those who serve us, leaving their families and loved ones behind in their homeland. Here, let me share some pictures with you from the seva.
Yeah, sure. Oh, wow. What's in all these packets, bro?
Yes, so we packed biscuits and 3-in-1 coffees in all of these packets.
Oh, wow. Okay. And how many packets do we have there?
So we originally aimed to serve 2,000 people, but we over-delivered and we actually served 5,200 people.
Wow, that's amazing, bro. And you also arranged for a forklift.
Yes, bro. Like I mentioned, 5,200. So it's a big number. So we had to do everything, lorry, forklift, all the heavy lifting.
Excellent. Hey, is that a worker?
Yes, that's right. Actually, all the foreign workers helped us a lot throughout this seva.
That's excellent, bro.
Did you know that we managed to raise almost $30,000, or in fact, slightly more than $30,000 for this project?
No way.
Yeah, I know. It was a big scale project.
Stunning, bro, stunning. Amazing effort. Hey, what's this?
Oh, this is just a drawing by my daughter. You want to guess what's in the picture?
That's gorgeous, bro. That's beautiful. That's Shiva's.
Yes, that's Shiva's trident. That's right. Let me show you more.
Wow, that's gorgeous, bro. Oh, Ganesha.
Yes, that's right, Ganesha.
Fantastic. Hey, Swami, and that's your daughter, is it?
Yes, Swami and my daughter.
Wow. Beautiful, bro, beautiful. But bro, what do all these drawings signify?
These drawings represent independence, that we are indeed dependent on the divine to help us realize that we are God and that the entire creation is God. We must only depend on God, no one else in times of hardship. Only when this realization comes can we be truly independent.
It's so heartening to see the beautiful impact Swami's life and teachings have had on devotees.
Yes, I totally agree. But wait, you didn't answer my question. How do I go through this difficult time without getting affected?
Patience, bro. I'll come to that. Anyway, coming back to that Pushpagiri fair, young Sathya needed money to attend the fair. So he sold his books at a much lower price to a poor young boy. But his aunt thought that Sathya had stolen money from her. So she confiscated the money and even gave him a beating.
What? Swami got punished for nothing?
Yeah, you see, he had to face a lot of difficulties, such as no khaki uniform to wear and no money to travel to the fair. Even after he sold his books, he couldn't use the money. And on top of all of this, he was accused of stealing. Do you think anyone can remain calm and equanimous when faced with such challenges?
I cannot tolerate this, bro. I'm wondering how he went through all of this. This is unfair.
Yes, but Sathya did not quit. And he decided to walk 11 kilometers to the fair. 11 kilometers! As he had no money, he had to drink water from a tank that was used to wash cattle. Despite his hunger, he performed his duties with great enthusiasm and no sorrow.
This is great commitment to service, and what an equanimous state. How I wish I had that.
Of course, we all can achieve that state too.
How?
Have you heard of the PN concept, bro?
Prashanti Nilayam?
No.
Puri and Naan.
No, bro. P stands for Prasadam.
Oh, Prasadam.
We should learn to accept every situation that is given to us as Prasadam from Swami.
But why Prasadam?
That is because no matter how the Prasadam tastes, we still partake it because we know it is good for us, right? Similarly, we must have complete faith that whatever comes to us is willed by Swami and is good for us.
Oh, so this makes it easier for us to accept all situations, even those which may not look favorable in our eyes?
Exactly. So clever.
Thank you. So what does the N stand for then?
N stands for Nevedyam, which means an offering. Whatever actions we undertake in our daily lives, be it household chores, office work, or anything, we should make it an offering to Swami.
What do you mean by that, bro?
Anything we offer to Swami is Nevedyam. It has to be done to the best of our ability.
Ah, I see. By the way, I remember listening to a satsang recently where the speaker mentioned that doing a task sincerely with 100% focus and effort and offering it to Swami is also a form of Namasmarana.
Wow, that's a new definition of Namasmarana. I love it.
I have been practicing this ever since I listened to it, and it gives me so much satisfaction. I also find that I take effort to ensure that whichever task that I do, I always put my 100%.
That's wonderful to hear, bro. When you make such an offering, whatever the outcome is actually prasadam from Swami.
And again, it makes it easier for us to accept all the outcomes as good only.
Yes, you've got it. And slowly, when we continue to practice this day in, day out, this becomes the beautiful act of surrender.
Okay, bro, I got the answer to my question. Swami says, my life is my message. He indeed lived by it, right from his childhood days.
He showed us how to be independent and how to lead a simple life and still be content with what we have. He even taught us what true friendship is and how to lead a life of service to others.
Yes, just a few experiences from his life, and he has taught us so many valuable lessons. No wonder he is the guru of all gurus, the Sadguru.
We are indeed so fortunate to have him as our spiritual guru. All we need to do is make our lives an offering to him.
Yeah, bro. Swami also said, your life is my message. If we can all live life taking him as our guru, we can make our lives an offering of gratitude.
Precisely. Very well said.
Speaking about Swami always gives us such positive reassurance. After having this chat with you, I feel like I don't have to feel stressed unnecessarily, as I know Swami is in charge and I know that he has all my affairs taken care of.
Not just yours, bro. The entire world's affairs. Bro, this catch-up session actually turned out to be a beautiful satsang, you know. It's always a pleasure talking about Swami.
Mama, I didn't realize time passing by as we were so engrossed in the satsang. I need to help my wife with the household chores, lah.
Okay, then you better carry on, bro.
Okay, sure. You take care and we will meet up when you feel safer, maybe in phase 7?
Phase 7? Bro!
Joking lah. Cannot joke, is it?
Okay. Ciao lah, bro.
Okay, bro. See you. Bye-bye.
विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथा विघ्नविनाशक गणनाथा 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 प्रणव स्वरूपा गणनाथा हे प्रणव स्वरूपा गणनाथा गजानना गजवदना गणनाथा गणनाथा प्रणव स्वरूपा गणनाथा त्रिपुरीश्वर गणनाथा गजानना गजवदना गजानना गजवदना विघ्न विनाशक गणनाथा
शारदे जय शारदे वाक्विलासिनि शारदे
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो भगवते रामरूपाय नमो भगवते रामरूपाय नमो भगवते श्यामरूपाय नमो भगवते श्यामरूपाय नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय राम रहीम कृष्ण करीम बुद्ध महावीर साई राम रहीम बुद्ध करीम यीशु बुद्ध महावीर सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई रूपाय सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई रूपाय सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई रूपाय सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई रूपाय नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नमो भगवते रामरूपाय नमो भगवते श्यामरूपाय नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय राम रहीम कृष्ण करीम यीशु बुद्ध महावीर सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई देवाय सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई रूपाय सर्वधर्म प्रिय साई रूपाय नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय I love you, Lord, with all my heart, with all my soul, with all my mind. You with all my mind. You are the first and everlasting. You are the one, you are the source from which we come. My Lord, my God, creator of all, who was, who is, and still will be, without beginning and without end, abounding love, eternal light, unchanging one. Abounding love, eternal light, unchanging
हे साईनाथ भगवान, साईनाथ भगवान। हे साईनाथ भगवान, साईनाथ भगवान। सत्यं शिवं सुन्दरं साईनाथ भगवान्। हे साईनाथ भगवान्, साईनाथ भगवान्। बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि, धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि, बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि, धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि, संघं शरणं गच्छामि। सत्य साई शरणं गच्छामि। हे साईनाथ भगवान, साईनाथ भगवान। सत्यं शिवं सुन्दरं साईनाथ भगवान्। हे साईनाथ भगवान, साईनाथ भगवान। बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि, धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि, संघं शरणं गच्छामि, साई शरणं गच्छामि। हे बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि, धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि, संघं शरणं गच्छामि, साई शरणं गच्छामि, सत्य साई शरणं வேலவா வேலவா வேல் முருகா வா வா. வேல் முருகா வா வா வேல் முருகா வா வா. வேலவா ஷண்முகா முருகா முருகா. வடிவேலவா ஷண்முகா முருகா முருகா. வள்ளி மணவாளா குஞ்சரி மணாலா. குஞ்சரி மணாலா குஞ்சரி மணாலா. வேலவா ஷண்முகா முருகா முருகா. வடிவேலவா ஷண்முகா முருகா முருகா. சூராதி சூரா சுப்பிரமணிய தேவா. சுப்பிரமணிய தேவா சுப்பிரமணிய தேவா. ஷண்முகா சரவணா முருகா முருகா. சிவ ஷண்முகா சரவணா முருகா முருகா. சிவ ஷண்முகா சரவணா முருகா முருகா. வேலவா வேலவா வேல் முருகா வா வா வேல் முருகா வா வா. வேலவா ஷண்முகா முருகா முருகா. வடிவேலவா ஷண்முகா முருகா முருகா. வள்ளி மணவாளா குஞ்சரி மணாலா. குஞ்சரி மணாலா குஞ்சரி மணாலா. வேலவா ஷண்முகா முருகா முருகா. வடிவேலவா ஷண்முகா முருகா முருகா. சூராதி சூரா சுப்பிரமணிய தேவா. சுப்பிரமணிய தேவா சுப்பிரமணிய தேவா. ஷண்முகா சரவணா முருகா முருகா. சிவ ஷண்முகா சரவணா முருகா முருகா. ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா முருகா ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா. ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா ஷண்முகா ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா. ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா முருகா ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா. ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா ஷண்முகா ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா. ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா ஷண்முகா ஹர ஹரோ ஹரா. வேலவா வேலவா வேல் முருகா வா வா.
दशरथ नंदन श्रीरामचंद्र धर्म संरक्षकरा. दशरथ नंदन श्रीरामचंद्र धर्म संरक्षकरा. देवकी नंदन मुरलीधरा आनंदरायक शा. देवकी नंदन मुरलीधरा आनन्ददायक श्याम ईश्वरा वसुत श्री सत्य साई प्रेमामृत भगवान ईश्वरा वसुत श्री सत्य साई प्रेमामृत भगवान जय 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 शिव शक्ति स्वरूपा मंगलदायक जय 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 शिव शक्ति स्वरूपा मंगलदायक दशरथ नंदन श्री रामचंद्र धर्म संरक्षकना देवकी नंदन मुरलीधरा आनंददायक श्याम ईश्वरा वसुत श्री सत्य साई प्रेमामृत भगवान जय 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 शिव शक्ति स्वरूपा मंगलदायक हे दशरथ नंदन आनंददायक श्याम प्रेमामृत भगवान जय 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 साई राम बोलो जय 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 साई राम दशरथ नंदन श्री रामचंद्र धर्म संरक्षक राम
सुमर मनवा सुमर मनवा सुमर मनवा सुमर मनवा सुमर ले पंच तत्व सुविचार
सुमर मनवा सुमर ले पंच तत्व सुविचार
सुमर मनवा सुमर मनवा सुमर ले पंच तत्व सुविचार घट घट भीतर जग में निरंतर नाद ब्रह्म साकार सुन लो प्रणव की दिव्य पुकार छोड़ दो अहंकार पालो शाश्वत सौख्य
सुमर मनवा
जला दो यज्ञ अग्नि में ये कटु विषय विकार, कर लो दैवी साक्षात्कार। सुमर मनवा सुमर रे पंचतत्व सुविचार, सुमर मनवा सुमर रे पंचतत्व सुविचार। ऐक्य का प्रेम धर्म का सत्य शांति का द्वार, संदेश भव्य दे मंत्र दिव्य दे साईनाथ अवतार। जय जय साईनाथ अवतार, 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 जय जय साईनाथ अवतार।
ఈనాడు గురు పూర్ణిమ.
Today is Guru Poornima.
ఏమిటి ఈ గురు పూర్ణిమ అంటే దీని యొక్క అంతరార్థము?
What is the significance of Guru Poornima?
గురువులకు పూజ చేయటము,
worshipping gurus,
వారిని అనేక విధంగా ప్రసన్నులు గావించటము,
we please them,
వారికి ఏదో మంత్రోపదేశం చేసుకోవటము,
we accept mantra.
ఇది కాదు నిజమైనటువంటి గురు పూర్ణిమ.
This is not true Guru Poornima.
గురు అజ్ఞానము,
ignorance,
నిర్మూలం గావించటము,
the removal of ignorance.
అజ్ఞానం నిర్మూలం గావించటం గురు.
The one who removes your ignorance is Guru.
అనగా ఇంకా పూర్ణిమ, గురు పూర్ణిమ.
Then Poornima.
పూర్ణిమ అనగా మనస్సు పరిపూర్ణ ఆనందంతో ఉండినప్పుడే దీనికి పూర్ణిమ అంటారు.
Poornima means full moon, the mind that's full of joy.
చంద్రమా మనసో జాతః చక్షు సూర్యో అజాయత. మనసుకు చంద్రుడికి ఇంటి సన్నిహిత సంబంధ బాంధవ్యం ఉంటుండాలి.
There's intimate association, relationship between mind and the moon.
అనగా ఏంటి? పరిపూర్ణ మనస్సు యందు ఏ దోషములు, ఏ చీకటి, ఏ అజ్ఞానము లేకుండా నిర్మూలమవుతుంది. అదే గురు పౌర్ణమి యొక్క అంతరార్థము.
The significance Guru Poornima is the mind is free from any mistake, any darkness, any sin.
గురువులు కాదు.
They are not the worldly gurus.
గురువు అనేటువంటిది నీ హృదయమునందే ఉంటుండాలి.
Guru is in your heart.
దేవుడు అనగా దేశమందులో లేడు, దేవుడు అనగా తనదు దేహమందే.
God is not in a foreign land, he is in your body.
పాపం అనగా వేరు, పరదేశము లేదు, తాను చేయు పనులు తగిలియుడు.
Sin is not present in a foreign country.
మన హృదయమునందే ఉంటున్నాయి.
Both are in our heart.
కనుక మన హృదయాన్ని విశాలం గావించుకోవాలి.
Therefore we should expand our heart.
మాలిన్యాన్ని కడిగి పెట్టాలి.
We should cleanse the dirt.
ఈ మనసును కడిగినటువంటి సమయం నందే,
when we wash our mind,
ఈ మనసునందు మాధవుడు నివసిస్తాడు.
then Madhava dwells there.
ఈ మనసులో దుర్భావములు ప్రవేశించినప్పుడు,
when there are bad thoughts,
మాధవత్వం అనేటువంటి అక్కడ నివసించడానికి వీలు కాదు.
divinity cannot stand there.
అలాంటి పరిస్థితి యందు
under these circumstances,
దైవత్వాన్ని మనం చక్కగా మనం చింతించాలి.
we should think of God.
దైవాన్ని మరవకూడదు.
You should never forget God.
మరచవలసినటువంటిది లోకాన్ని.
You have to forget the world.
దైవాన్ని నిరంతరం కూడా నువ్వు చింతించాలి.
You should think of God continuously.
దైవమే సర్వవిధమైనటువంటి రక్షకుడు.
God is protector.
దైవము తప్ప మరొకటి ఈ జగత్తులో కానరాదు.
There is no one else other than God.
పశ్చన్నపిచాన పశ్యతి మూఢో మూఢో మూఢో. దైవాన్ని చూడాలి, దైవాన్ని చూడాలి అనుకుంటున్నావు.
You say that you want to see God.
చూస్తూనే ఉన్నావు కదా.
You are seeing.
భగవంతుడు సహస్ర రూపంతో కనిపిస్తున్నాడు.
God is in various forms here.
అన్ని రూపములు కూడా భగవంతునివే.
All forms are divine.
అన్ని పాదములు భగవంతునివే.
All the feet are His.
నేత్రములు భగవంతునివే.
All eyes are His.
హస్తములు భగవంతునివే.
All hands are His.
కనుకనే సహస్ర శీర్ష పురుషః సహస్రాక్ష సహస్రపాత్, ఈ విధంగా పురుష సూక్తం చెప్తూ వచ్చింది.
Therefore Purusha Sukta declares all hands are His, all feet are His, all eyes are His.
కనుకనే భగవంతుని చూస్తున్నామనేటువంటిది అర్థాన్ని గుర్తించాలి.
You have to know the meaning when you say that you want to see God.
ఈ రూపంలో భగవంతుని చూస్తున్నాం, ఈ రూపంలో భగవంతుని చూస్తున్నాం.
You see God in this form, you see God in that form.
తనవే.
All forms are His.
అన్ని నామములు తనవే.
All names are his.
ఇంకా తనను ప్రత్యేకంగా చూచేది ఎక్కడ, వెతికేది ఎక్కడ?
Then where can you search for him?
కనుకనే భగవత్ అన్వేషణ అని చాలా మంది భావిస్తుంటారు.
Many think of searching for God.
భగవంతుడు సర్వత్రా ఉండినటువంటి వానికి అన్వేషించడం ఎందుకు?
When God is everywhere, why do you need to search him?
నీవే భగవంతుడవు.
You are God.
నీవు వెతుక్కోగలుగుతున్నావా?
Are you able to search for yourself?
వెతుక్కునేటువంటి వాడు నీవు మూర్ఖుడే.
The one who searches for one's own self is a fool.
భగవంతుని వెతికేటువంటి వాడు మూర్ఖుడనే చెప్పవచ్చు.
So the one who is in search of God is a fool.
సర్వము భగవంతుడే.
Everything is divine.
సర్వత పాణిపాదం తస్సర్వతోచ్చి శిరోముఖం సర్వత శృతిమల్లోకి సర్వమా వృత్య తిష్టతి. ఏది చేసినా భగవంతుని యొక్క కర్మనే.
Whatever you do, that's God's action.
ఇట్టి పరిపూర్ణమైనటువంటి భావాన్ని మనము పెంచుకోవాలి.
We should have that total feeling.
అప్పుడే పూర్ణమద పూర్ణమిదం పూర్ణాత్ పూర్ణముదచ్యతే. అది పూర్ణమే, ఇది పూర్ణమే.
That is full and this is full.
రెండు పూర్ణమైనప్పుడు ఇంకా పూర్ణత్వాన్ని వెతికేది ఎక్కడ?
When both are full, where do you need to search for fullness?
అలాంటి విశాలమైనటువంటి మనసును మనం పెంచుకోవాలి.
You should have that broad feeling.
కానీ ఈనాటి మానవుడు సంకుచితమైన భావాల్లో జీవిస్తున్నాడు.
But man is spending time in the narrow-mindedness.
కేవలం ఒక విధమైన కుచితమైనటువంటి భావంతో ఉన్నాడు.
He is leading a mean life.
ఈ విశాలమైన మనసును పెంచుకోవాలి.
You should have broad mind.
రామకృష్ణ పరమహంస దగ్గర కూడా కొందరు వెళ్ళారు.
Some approached Ramakrishna Paramahamsa.
స్వామి, మీరు భగవంతుని చూచారా? అతనితో మాట్లాడారా? అతను దర్శనం ఇచ్చాడా అని ప్రశ్నించారు.
Some asked, Swami, have you seen God? Did you talk to him? Did you question him?
ఆయన నవ్వుతూ చూచాను, మాట్లాడాను, దర్శించాను. నీతో నేను ఏ విధంగా మాట్లాడుతున్నాను, భగవంతుడితో కూడా ఆ విధంగా మాట్లాడుతున్నాను.
Smiling, he said, yes, I saw him. I talked to him. I questioned him. And I also had his divine
nature. మాకు అట్లా కనిపించడం లేదే.
But I don't see him that way then.
అప్పుడు చక్కని జవాబు చెప్పాడు రామకృష్ణుడు.
Then Ramakrishna gave a prompt reply.
ఓ పిచ్చివాడా,
madman,
నీవు ధనం కోసం ఏడుస్తున్నావు.
You cry for money.
భార్య కోసం ఏడుస్తున్నావు.
Cry for your wife.
పిల్లల కోసం ఏడుస్తున్నావు.
Cry for children.
ఇంటి కోసం ఏడుస్తున్నావు.
Cry your family.
ప్రతిష్టల కోసం ఏడుస్తున్నావు. ప్రతిష్టల కోసం.
You cry for your reputation.
భగవంతుని కోసం ఏడుస్తున్నావా?
But do you pine for God?
అలాంటప్పుడు నీకు భగవంతుడు ఏ రీతిగా కనిపిస్తాడు?
Under these circumstances, how do you expect to see God?
భార్య పైన ఉన్నంత అభిమానం కూడా భగవంతుని పైన లేదే.
You don't have that much of attachment.
ఒక ధనం పైన ఉన్నటువంటి అభిమానం భగవంతుని పైన లేదే.
You have got the love for money.
పదవుల పైన ఉన్నటువంటి అభిమానం భగవంతుని పైన లేదే.
Love for authority.
భగవంతుడు ఏ విధంగా నీకు దర్శనమిస్తాడు?
Then how do you expect to see God?
Impossible, పోమన్నాడు.
He said it is impossible, but you go back.
నీకు సాధ్యం కాదన్నాడు.
It's not possible, he said.
కనుకనే నీవు భగవంతుని కోసం నీవు ప్రార్థించు, భగవంతుని కోసం నీవు పరితపించు, భగవంతుని కోసం సర్వసంగ పరిత్యాగం చేయి.
Therefore you pray to God. You sacrifice everything for God.
అంతేకాని గుడ్డివాడికి సూర్యుడు వచ్చి ఎదురుగా నిలిచినప్పటికీ వాడికి అంధకారంగానే ఉంటుంటాది.
For a blind man, even if sun is to stand in front of him, he cannot see.
చూడలేడు.
He can't see.
దీనికి ఒక చిన్న కథ ఉంటుండాది.
There's a small story.
గుడ్డివాడికి బిడ్డ పుట్టేది.
A blind man had a son.
బిడ్డలు పుట్టేదానికి గుడ్డివాడు కుంటివాడు అనేటువంటిది ఏమి భేదం లేదు.
Whether it's handicapped or blind man doesn't matter.
బిడ్డ పుట్టింది.
Yes, he has a daughter.
ఆ భార్య ఇంట్లో పనులు ఏదో చేసుకుంటూ ఉండినది.
The wife was attending to household work.
కానీ పుట్టిన బిడ్డను కూడా తనకు చూచేటువంటి ప్రాప్తి లేదు.
But he can't see his own child.
ఆ భార్య ఏదో ఇంట్లో పని చేసుకుంటూ ఒక బాటిల్ తెచ్చి పెట్టింది గుడ్డివాడి దగ్గర.
Wife kept a bottle by the side of the child.
అబ్బాయి నిద్రపోతున్నాడు. లేచి అరిచేటప్పటికి ఈ పాలు అక్కడికి అందించండి అన్నాడు.
He said the child is sleeping now. When the child cries, give him this bottle.
ఈ గుడ్డివాడు చెప్పాడు, పాలంటే ఏమిటి అన్నాడు.
Then this blind man asked, what do you mean by milk?
పాలంటే తెల్లగా ఉంటాది అన్నది.
And then wife said, milk is white.
తెలుపంటే ఏమిటి అన్నాడు.
Then he said, what do you mean by white?
కొంగ మాదిరి ఉంటాది అన్నాడు.
Then he said it's like a crane.
కొంగంటే ఎట్లుంటాది అన్నాడు.
Then how does crane work?
కొంగంటే ఇట్లుంటాది అన్నాడు.
Then it is bent.
ఆ చేయి పట్టుకొని చూచాడు గుడ్డివాడు.
And the blind man took the hand.
ఇంత పెద్దదాన్ని పిల్లవాడి నోట్లో పోస్తే ఏమైపోతాడో అన్నాడు.
If such a big thing is to be poured in the mouth of the child, what would happen?
పాలంటే ఏమిటో తెలియనటువంటి వానికి ఇంకా ఈ విధమైనటువంటి ఎన్ని వర్ణనలు చేస్తే వాడికి అర్థమవుతుంది.
The one who does not know what milk is, what is the form of all knowledge.
తెలియనటువంటి వాడికి ఎన్ని చెప్పినా కానీ వాడికి మూర్ఖత్వం వదలదు.
In spite of repeated teaching, he will never be free from all foolishness.
భగవంతుడంటే ఆనందమయుడు, సచ్చిదానందమయుడు.
God is of eternal bliss.
నిరంతరం కూడా తాను ఆనందంతో ఉండేటువంటి వాడు.
He is one of bliss continuously.
రూపరహితమైనటువంటి వాడు.
He is formless.
కానీ తలంచినప్పుడు ఏ రూపమైనా తాను పొందవచ్చు.
By his will he can assume any form.
అలాంటి తత్వం లోపల ఇట్టిది అట్టిదని ఎవరు చెప్పడానికి వీలు కాదు.
None can decide and describe this way or that way.
కనుక దైవత్వాన్ని మనం చింతించాలి, అనుభవించాలి, ఆనందించాలి అనుకున్న నిర్మలమైనటువంటి హృదయాన్ని మనం పెంచుకోవాలి.
Therefore, in order to experience, enjoy divinity,
సాధన మనొకటి లేదు.
There is no other greater spiritual pursuit than this.
ఒక సమయం లోపల
at one time
రాధమ్మ కొంతమంది తన యొక్క చెలికత్తెలను తీసుకొని మధుర నుంచి బృందావనానికి పోతుండేది పడవలో.
Radha was traveling from Mathura to Vrindavan in a boat along with her associates.
తెల్లవారు లేచారు.
They got up next morning.
ఆ గుంపంతా బోట్ లో పడవలో కూర్చున్నారు.
They were all seated in that boat.
బోటుల ప్రకారం ఒకరికొకరు దాన్ని నడుపుతూ పోతున్నారు.
They were driving it by turns.
ఎంతసేపు చేశారు పాపం డ్రైవింగ్.
They have driven it for long.
చేతులంతా నొప్పి వచ్చింది.
They had pain.
తెల్లవారింది.
It's morning.
తెల్లవారేటప్పటికి వాళ్ళు చూచారు.
They watched around.
తిరిగి మధుర రేవు లోపలే మధుర వాళ్ళంతా వచ్చి నీళ్లు ముంచుకొని పోతున్నారు.
But they were there in that very shore of Mathura. People came there to fetch water.
డ్రైవ్ చేశారు కానీ మధురలోనే ఉన్నారు వాళ్ళు ఇంకా.
They have driven around the night, but still they were there in Mathura.
దీనికి కారణమని చూసుకుంటే
when they wanted to know the reason,
దానికి ఆ పడవను ఒక కర్రకు గూటానికి కట్టి వేసింటారు, లంకనం అంటారు.
And this boat is tied up with a rope to the post there.
ఈ పోస్ట్ కు తగిలించినటువంటి దీన్ని విప్పలేదు వీళ్ళు పాపం.
They did not loosen it. They have not untied it.
అది విప్పకుండా ఎంతసేపు డ్రైవ్ చేసినా ఉన్న చోటే ఉంటుంది.
So long it is tied to the post, it could remain where it has been.
అదే విధంగానే ఈనాటి మనము ఎన్ని సాధనలు చేసినప్పటికీ, ఎన్ని జపములు చేసినప్పటికీ, ఎన్ని తపములు చేసినప్పటికీ ఈ మనస్సు అనేటువంటి అభిమానంతో కట్టినటువంటి దీన్ని మనం విప్పటం లేదు.
So long the mind is tied up to the post of attachment, in spite of spiritual penance, there is no use.
విప్పినప్పుడే మనం చేరవలసిన స్థానానికి చేరిపోతుంటాం.
When once we untie it, the rope of attachment and possessive instinct,
కానీ అటాచ్మెంట్ అంతా కూడా లంకనం చేసి మనం పోవాలి ముందు కంటే ఎట్లా పోగలము?
With this rope of attachment, how can you move forward?
ఇది వీలు కాదు.
It's not possible.
కనుకనే మొట్టమొదట న కర్మణ న ప్రజయ ధనేన త్యాగేనైకే అమృతత్వ మానసు. త్యాగం కావాలి.
Sacrifice is essential.
ఈ అభిమాన మమకారములు క్రమక్రమేణా తగ్గించుకుంటూ రావాలి.
You should reduce attachment and possessiveness.
అప్పుడే మన యొక్క భావము దైవత్వంలో లీనమవుతుంది.
Then our feeling will merge in divinity.
ఈ విధంగా మనం ఎన్ని తపస్సులు చేసినప్పటికీ, ఎన్ని ధ్యానములు చేసినప్పటికీ, ఎన్ని జపములు చేసినప్పటికీ మొట్టమొదట ఈ అభిమానాన్ని కొంత గంటు విప్పాలి.
Therefore we may undertake the penance and meditation, but we have to untie, cut off that rope of attachment.
ఇది మనము అన్ని విధాల బంధ విముక్తి గావించుకున్నప్పుడే పూర్ణమైన మనసు మనలో ఆవిర్భవిస్తుంది.
When you are released, then you will experience full mind.
పూర్ణ చంద్రుడి లోపల ఏ మచ్చ కూడాను మనకు కనిపించదు.
In full moon there is no spot.
కనుకనే మన పూర్ణ హృదయమునందు మనసునందు కొను ఎలాంటి దోషములు మనకు కనిపించవు.
Likewise, in a full mind there will be no mistake.
भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि नाम बिना, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, जप जान बिना संयोग नहीं, जप जान बिना प्रज्ञान नहीं, दय धर्म बिना सत्य धर्म नहीं, भगवान हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, सुख शांति नहीं, सुख शांति नहीं।
O Lord, take my love and let it flow in fullness of devotion to Thee. O Lord, take my hands and let them work incessantly for Thee. O Lord, take my soul and let it be merged in one with Thee. O Lord, take my mind and thoughts and let them be in tune with Thee. O Lord, take my everything and let me be an instrument to work for Thee. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be Thy name. Thy kingdom come, Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, praise be to Allah, the cherisher and sustainer of the worlds. Most gracious, most merciful, master of the day of judgment, Thee alone do we worship, and Thine aid alone we seek. Amen. We pray to God to eradicate all the misery in the world, that understanding triumph over ignorance, that generosity triumph over indifference, that trust triumph over contempt, and that truth triumph over falsehood. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more, and none shall be afraid, for the mouth of the Lord of hosts has spoken. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa buddhang saranang gacchami dhammang saranang gacchami sanghang saranang gacchami ekam saranang gacchami satyam saranang gacchami एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भव निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी से भन गुर प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच सोचे सोच न होवे जय सोची लखवार छुपे छुप न होवे जय लाई रहा लिवतार भूकिया भूख न उतरी जय बन्ना पुरिया पार सहस्याण पालक हो है ता इक न छले नार किव सचियारा होइए किव कूढ़े टूटे पार हुक्म रजाई छलना नानक लिखिया नार ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
नारायण पुरुषोत्तम गुरु तुम सिद्धभूत तुम संत विनायक सविता पावक तुम सविता पावक तुम ब्रह्ममस तुम यावशक्ति तुम यीशु पिता प्रभु तुम रुद्र विष्णु तुम राम कृष्ण तुम रहीमताओ तुम रहीमताओ तुम वासुदेव हो विश्वरूप तुम चितानंद हरि तुम अद्वितीय तुम अकाल निर्भय आत्मलिंग शिव तुम आत्मलिंग शिव तुम आत्मलिंग शिव तुम। ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्ति महेश्वर। ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्परहिता आश्रित कल्परहिता पाठवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदेव मणियन्तयो नीवे स्वामी मणियन्तयो नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्र शयन। ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती मंगल आरती मंदर गिरिधारी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेव नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेव नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा। शांति शांति शांति। परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं परमार्थइष्टार्थ मोक्ष प्रधानं बाबा विभूतिं इदमाश्रयामि। शान्ति शान्ति समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शान्ति 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 जय भोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा